me alertness.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Very excited to be here for tonight's episode of the Salamander Coast. Let's go ahead and dive in. Yeah, this might be.
For what I'm fucking doing, but I'm trying every fucking day.
I would have never even met you.
Sure, it's a very lengthy repertoire. But
A powerful warrior, which, I definitely agree with you on, but
So. And we are back. So, diving in, as is tradition here on Roll with Advantage, I don't do the summary, the players do the summary. This week on summaries, Gemma, take it away.
yeah, I mean it's pretty short. Spoiler alert, it's all basically combat. So anyway, party go to the aid of Hiroshi and Lady Suzuki, following a warning that Malice had given regarding plans to kill the Shiroi clan leader Hopefuls. Within the Starlight Pagoda, the party were greeted by a pretty gruesome sight, as there was a trail of guards all brutally murdered, leading to the library. From behind the closed doors, a voice was heard, calling out for where Hiroshi and Suzuki were hiding. As it turns out, the attack dog that Malice had sent under her control was none other than fellow Forsaken Clementine. The party did their best to fend her and several spectral berserkers that she could summon off, hoping to find and protect Hiroshi and Suzuki before they did. Clementine certainly was able to hit hard, her weapon shifting and changing to inflict the perfect blow each time, and she was almost able to take a few of the party out with her, but thankfully Balefire ended her before she could. With her death, the madness that radiated from her unleashed and seeped into the party to varied effects. One last mark upon the world.
That was pretty good. Love it. Okay. Diving in right from that point. All of you are within the starlit pagoda. You can just faintly hear the sounds of night outside, as well as the screams of individuals nearby down the hallway, now stumbling into the carnage that has taken place over this entire section of the starlit pagoda. Clementine, though, is nowhere to be seen. Her body unraveled, burnt away with balefire. You were successful. So, as all of you gather, the area looms with shadow. It lingers. Even with balefire, it doesn't burn away everything that was once here. You can still feel that creeping, that watching sensation. However, Lady Suzuki and Master Hiroshi approach, seeing now that the danger has passed. And Lady Suzuki will say, "Is it over? Is it done? What was that? What was happening?"
Well, the initial threat, at the very least, is done. That was one of the Forsaken. I think we're in the clear now. As she turns to, Carasilla, well, basically everybody, too, kind of just is there anything else we should be expecting?
I think Ajax is going to just kind of look around, kind of get up off the ground, just
say, "Is everyone all right? Is everyone alive?"
alive.
I tried to get back to all of you. I found these two in the room, and before I could see all of you, I felt whatever that explosion was.
You did the right thing. You saved them.
I'm just glad you are okay. And everyone else. We're all up, right? No one's down right now?
Yep, and any incapacitation that was felt before is now gone. As the effects of any of the madness, aside from those long-term effects that we talked about last week, which hopefully you all remember those or wrote those down, because I did not. Whoops.
I got you.
All right, nice. So, all of you sort of gather around in this moment, and it seems as though there is no active threat. Now, question, all of you rushed over here. Middle of the night. I mean, some of you haven't been asleep for some time, some of you having not gotten any sleep at all yet. Would you have gone through the resources to disguise yourselves?
So I guess it just depends. I do remember you asked me, Joe, last time because Bianca, we did like say specifically that Bianca wasn't disguised. But I think we were under the impression that everyone to either Caracella's ability or their own various abilities, besides like Renchi and Bianca, were disguised. That's what I remembered us talking about last session at least.
Because seeming only lasts 8 hours though, right?
Yes, but I am able to recast it.
Okay. Full transparency, is that something you would have done before coming here?
Before coming here? No.
Okay. All right. So, in the aftermath, all of you, rightfully so, exhausted, the madness still taking hold, some of it fading away, but some of it staying. You all take a moment. This is a victory. However, you begin to hear footsteps. Lots of them. Probably 15, 20 sets of footfalls marching as two columns of guards enter, weapons drawn, sort of beginning to encircle all of you, and at their flank, Father Taroshi. And you can see the guards as they begin to envelop around the area. The guard captain says, "Lay down your weapons now. All of you." As there's now probably, like I said, 15 guards that are beginning to encircle you with Father Taroshi behind all of them.
And now hands up.
Okay. Scaracilla. Okay. Okay.
Yes, so...
Okay.
Following Caracella's lead.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did God, I completely forgot her name. Did Clementine's weapon disappear with her?
It did, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't want that to just be left laying around. And yes, I will also follow suit.
Okay, okay. Shiny.
I guess Ajax will too.
Okay. Okay. So
You don't
all
need
of you.
another driver.
You all raise your hands, and you can see Lady Suzuki and Master Hiroshi obviously confused and immediately come to your defense as Master Hiroshi says, I'm sorry, there must be some type of misunderstanding here. These individuals are guilty of nothing. There was this murderous individual. I'm sure all of you have heard of the news coming from Hearthcrest. One of the servants of this Dark One came to kill us, myself and Lady Suzuki. You can see the guards sort of looking back and forth, looking to the guard captain. And the guard captain, he says, "Please, Master Hiroshi, just quiet for now until we can get all of this figured out. We have no idea who these individuals are, and many have died on this night. Please, just give us a moment." And then Father... So just because somebody messaged me about it, any spell slots you would have gained from a level up, you do not have right now. You will get those when you take a long rest. So right now they're technically still empty.
So Joe.
Yeah.
Does that mean I'm at 1 HP?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay. So, Master or Father Taroshi, he says,
"Wait a moment. Do my eyes deceive me? They cannot be. Huh. Captain Mariko, I'm surprised you do not recognize some of these individuals. Not only are we in front of an esteemed master of the way of the 5th season, but also the Wanderers, the Queen and her council of Bella Clara, criminals under Empress Suen's eyes. Isn't that correct?"
you can see Captain Mariko, he sort of looks, his eyes narrowing to Master Hiroshi and then back to all of you. Lady Suzuki, of course, not even letting this line of questioning stand, says, "Now, wait just a moment. I will not stand for this at all. Father Taroshi, while I do respect you as an individual, you are wrong about these people. Empress Suen may claim that they are rebels, may claim that they have done horrible things, but I can speak for their character. They have done no such thing, no such evil acts, and in fact, without them, just as Master Hiroshi said, we would be dead if not for them. Captain Mariko, you must listen to me, please. These are good people. I trust them with my life, and in fact, I place my trust in them properly because they saved it. There does not need to be more bloodshed on this night. Captain Mariko sort of nods his head, says, "You're very right, Lady Suzuki. Is what Father Taroshi says true about all of you?"
It is.
You see, he kind of looks back to Father Taroshi, and he says, "I think it would be best if all of you follow me. I don't
Wait,
want..."
who said that? Sorry.
Captain Mariko,
Okay.
the guard captain, yeah.
Okay.
I think it would be best if all of you follow me. I think there are some questions that I have for all of you, answers that I'd like to get, and I'd like to feel a little safer doing that. Sort of looking to Lady Suzuki and then looking back to all of you.
I would like to try and interpret those words and see if there's any underlying hidden shit laced in them.
Yeah, make an insight check.
Too bad I suck at insight.
Can I also make an insight
Yes.
check? But specifically, I'm looking to see if does he seem suspicious of? I'm gonna say the wrong one. I'm willing to bet Taroshi. Like,
Mhm.
does he feel like? I'm just like looking for his like signals towards like him as a figure.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check. Bianca, hard to tell. High stress situation, the madness sort of creeping in. It's hard to keep those things balanced.
That makes sense with a 7.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Pull up. I don't have
Sorry.
D&D Beyond pulled up. No, you're okay. You're okay.
Oh, not great.
Ooh, 10. Okay. With a 10, I mean, you're not super sure. It seems like he's just trying to do his due diligence as a captain right now. Get the full story before he makes a decision.
Sweet.
This is giving me throwbacks to when we were trying to get to Giant's Bridge.
Oh God.
Let's not have a reenactment of that, though.
Good. If you're vibing with that, same. So.
Joe, Renshi's going to look at our two companions who have been speaking on our behalf, and I kind of want to get a nod or a shake of the head from them before we agree.
Okay, yeah. I'd say if that's who you're looking at, like in that moment, instead of trying to get a read on the guard captain or Father Hiroshi, I would say that if you look to them, you can see Master Hiroshi sort of looks to you and sort of nods at you when you look to him. And he looked at me.
And I looked back at him. No.
Okay.
I'll just give a nod, and Renshi will
Okay.
kind of look to everyone else and kind of beckon them, kind of saying that he trusts.
Yeah.
He trusts.
Also, I think just the situation, like you said, is really tense, and some people could die really quickly right here. So we should just follow and go from there.
Mhm.
But who has our weapons?
If
right
we
now-
did take our weapons,
Right now, they're just on the ground.
well,
I mean, I don't have any weapons on me.
hidden in your-
Yeah.
Is my shield
Sucks to
considered a
suck the
weapon, or
rest
could
of
that
you.
be on my back?
The what?
The shield can that be on my back?
Sure.
I am the weapon.
I mean, yeah, you are.
Can I slyly, like, a la, what's his face from the Star Wars sequels with the mask? Jesus, I can't think of character names today. This has
General
been problems
Grievous?
all day long. No, not the prequels, the sequels. The dude with the
Kylo
mask
Ren?
when he, like, kills Snoke. What's his name?
Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren, thank you, God. When Kylo Ren, like, slowly turns, not to kill anybody, but, like, slowly, like, in that style, trying to move my Moonblades, like, into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh,
No,
It wasn't how that was
Sunny.
supposed to-
No. come
Roll
on.
initiative.
that's so sad.
Does Sunny just go whoop into the back?
Fireball centered on me.
Fireball centered on me.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay.
Uh,
So, yeah.
I
I-
feel like I've got a good enough passive that I probably would have picked up on this shit. It's also a natural one.
Yeah, Karasili, you
so
would see
before-
it first before Father Hiroshi does.
Like, kick the shit out of me.
No, just before the guards do anything, then
Dagger.
improv. Just gonna say, naturally, if it's all right with all of you, rather than leaving weapons around, if we could collect them and have them in your safekeeping, that I feel like would be preferable for all parties.
Okay. As you say that, I'll say no persuasion check necessary, as Karasilla has a high enough passive perception, is charismatic enough that as you say it, the captain, Captain Mariko, he says, "That's only fair. You gather their weapons. Be careful with them. They seem valuable." Right, Suni, as you go to like force pull it.
Yeah, I imagine like when Carasilla starts talking, it distracts him, and it just like flies up and hits him in the face.
Bonk. You can see the captain, he like draws his sword and he's like, what was that? Is there someone else in here?
Sunni, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. And he'll rub his head.
Ajax looks towards the captain.
This happens sometimes.
Oh, well, be extra careful with those hilts then. No need having them fly off and hurt somebody.
They do have a mind of their own.
Maybe don't touch them with your bare hands.
It's better that way.
Okay, so you can see the one guard, he goes over, he takes the weapons and he puts them in a bag of holding so they all just kind of slowly slide and disappear into it and tucks it around his shoulder. Okay, but other than that...
Can I heal Ajax real quick? Would anybody, like... Is anybody else, like, deathly injured? Would they let me do that? I guess I could ask.
Yeah, I'd say you'd probably have to ask first.
Question before you do that. Is, like, the, her blade, like, leaves scars and stuff, right? Like, its whole purpose is to do that? It's supposed to eviscerate you?
Yeah.
So is just Ajax completely red right now? Like, his white fur is just all red?
Oh, yeah, it's like matted, covered in blood, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looking like absolute trash.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
This is Baldur's
Almost
Gate
worse than the
level
corpse
four.
one.
I basically only took psychic damage, so I think Cecily just has blood coming out of her ears.
Every cutscene,
I-
Ajax's face is just red.
So,
I don't know what's wrong.
Sunni, you said you were gonna ask about...
Yeah, he would, like, walk up to the captain very slowly, not,
Yeah.
like, running up to him, and just say, our friend's really hurt. I'm gonna heal him if that's okay with you. I'm not casting any other sort of magic.
You see, he kind of looks at you, a concerned look on his face. Before he can respond, though, Father Taroshi says, I would advise against it, Captain. Who knows? If he heals that one, could cause more problems for you and your soldiers. Think it's best to leave them drained for now before you can get to the bottom of whatever's happening here.
Just let me stabilize him. I promise this magic is pure and good. It's not anything necromantic, whatever. Please, just a little bit. Look at him.
Oh,
You see, he kind of looks
No
to
offense.
Ajax, the captain does, and he sort of looks back to you, Sunni, and it looks like he's about to speak, but then Father Taroshi says, Captain, that is an order. You are not to heal him, not until you have learned more of the situation. Yes, Father Taroshi. I'm sorry, your friend will have to stay there. They seem to be walking fine. I apologize greatly.
Joe, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Healing hands.
Mm-hmm.
If I do that, it's a racial feature now.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be like a large thing I have to cast or whatever? Like they could see that happen, or could I just heal myself?
It's definitely a thing, you know, like, you know, it is like you touch a wound and then light emanates from your hand and then you close a wound, you know?
All right, I'll think against it.
All right. So with that, you can see Captain Mariko, he says, go ahead and bind them. Make sure they can't do anything. And you can see there's a guard that comes over and with metal cuffs sort of clips them around your wrist behind your back. They have to use 2 combined wrist gauntlets for Ajax. Wrists are too big.
Too chunky.
Yeah.
Muscular.
Chunk.
Chunky.
boy.
Whatever, dude.
He's actually
these,
he's all fluff. Actually, it's like this.
It's like when you shave a cat.
Yeah.
It's like skinny.
Is there magical disruption in these, like ones previously used, or are they?
They are. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As soon as they click on, you can feel this sort of magic begin to dull.
Cecily has learned to hate that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking my chi.
I will say, bop, bop, bop. Can you let me send a message real quick?
While you're sending a message, so I can distract you, does second wind make a visible effect?
Dude.
No, I mean it's you know that. So to reference the sequels again, you know when Kylo Ren goes, that's what second wind is.
Cool. I love that part.
Can Ajax just like hit his toe against something?
Yes, Suni?
Stuff his little
12
I
HP.
also was just gonna say, I just remembered that I also am at like 1 HP from being down and brought back. So I walked up like also eviscerated the shit, being like, I need to heal.
Hey, that's super honorable.
And then Suni will say to Ajax, I'm sorry, I tried.
There is no need to be sorry.
Okay.
So the second wind.
So
I'm sure if you ask another time, John, the answer will be different.
I didn't get an answer for the first one.
You can see the captain, he sort of gestures for all of you to start walking forward as Father Chiroshi walks out of the room, and as all of you begin to round the corner flanked by guards on each side, you can see that there stand 4 Oni outside of the doors, or the individuals that you know are Onis. Large individuals covered in full plate armor, the masked faces, as they sort of look down with these. I mean, the masks themselves have these devious smiles that climb up to their ears as they just look down at all of you as you walk away. One individual silhouette you recognize in particular, the golden armor of Akuma. Standing there, smiling gleefully at your unfortunate disposition. You all round the corner, and the guards lead you out. You can see now with the hubbub that is currently taking place, more individuals are sort of peeking out of their rooms looking at all of you. Whispers begin to fill. The Wanderers? Queen and her council? The rebels of Belliclara? Is that the Bloody Brotherhood? What's going on? All these whispers filtering throughout the starlit pagoda. You can see, even though these rumors are beginning to spread as you all begin your descent down the starlit pagoda, something very interesting is happening. Lady Suzuki and Master Hiroshi stop every once in a while. They begin to talk to a group of individuals. They begin to share how you saved their lives. And just as you're being escorted out of the starlit pagoda, you can hear the tone begin to change slightly. It's no longer the Bloody Brotherhood or the usurpers or these evil individuals from across the sea. It is these individuals that saved 2 of the most respected of the Shiroi clan. The tune changes just slightly as you begin to be escorted out. You make your way out into the city, and then eventually down into lower Tutsukage, deep within a large prison that exists there. As all of you make your way down and in, you can see you're escorted so far deep in the earth. These are like maximum security holding areas. As this large stone door is opened in front of all of you in this long hallway, and all of you enter. You can see there are these magical locks that embed and meld into the stone. So it is a seamless room that you enter with several fur mats and benches and cots scattered throughout the room. And you can see that as all of you approach, Captain Mariko will look to the other guards and say,
You all can leave us. With those restraints on them, they're not hurting anyone, and behind this wall, they're definitely not hurting anyone. I'd like to ask them some questions in private, please. Given the situation, this could be very sensitive information, so the less ears, the better. You're dismissed. You can see the guards. They nod, respecting their captain, and leave the room.
Tuning under his breath says, well, we might hurt his feelings.
All right.
To no one, but just himself.
Okay. As the guards leave the room, what ends up happening is there is a stone block that ends up being removed from the door that all of you are placed behind, so all of you can see the captain as he speaks with you. And he says, all right, I'm very sorry about all of that. She doesn't like to pull it very often in public, but I owe a great debt to Lady Suzuki. And if she says that you're good people, then I believe her. Here. And he kind of reaches down, you hear keys jangling, and he sets it on the ledge, and he says, that's the key to the locks all of you have been put in. The gauntlets. You can take those off now. I'm not worried. And easy enough, one of you can sort of take it off and unlink it, and begin to take the gauntlets off. All right. Now, what I want in this moment is I need honesty and transparency. I need you to tell me exactly what happened, as you all remember it, so I can do what I need to do.
I mean, unless there's any objections, I am comfortable literally just saying what happened to him.
Yeah.
Cool. So I guess we kind of all take turns kind of filling in the gaps, but what happened is expressed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then your connection to Father Toroshi, then. I'm not stupid. I can tell there is something going on there.
We have a concern for his actions here. We know he's a dark friend and is working with some unpleasant forces regarding that. And so naturally, it puts us in opposition to what he's working to here.
And you know that he's a dark friend without a doubt?
Without a doubt.
Okay. You have to understand that the claim of an individual as a dark friend has a bit of a dark history in Atarashi. There was an event some time ago in Opokami that, well, it left a scar, so to speak.
We have no reason to lie to you.
Well, I mean, I understand why you would say that, but if the other reality is all of you were working with this individual, you're another agent of the Dark One, just at odds with another, and so you killed this Clementine in a play for power, and, well, I have heard rumor that in Bella Clara that Empress Suen's daughter still lives. If she was in Bella Clara, so were all of you. You understand how, to me, it could seem like one big power play.
Okay.
There isn't.
But I wasn't in Bella Clara.
Oh, that's true, but you're also an enemy of the state, Master
Can you
Renshi.
tell me why? When has the Way of the Fifth ever been an enemy of the state? Or Atarashi as a whole? You know the oaths we take.
Several weeks ago, Master Renchi, it was... The reasons were secretive at first. It was outlawed in Akai first, but then it was... word spread. Empress Suen's will that you be hunted down.
Why?
Well, the main suspicion is the murder of your student.
Interesting.
But on top of that, that you played a part in an assassination attempt against Empress Suen herself.
Ajax is going to put his hand on Renchi's shoulder and just say,
There is no one here that understands the situation that you are in more than me. I am not accustomed to the procedures, guards here. But I know there are magics that can force us to tell the truth. If you do not believe us, bring them here. We are not lying.
A bold idea, but I've seen thieves. They talk circles around those things. I do believe all of you. I'm just asking that you try and look at it from my perspective.
Retrospectively,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if this would work. Did Father Taroshi, he probably doesn't, have any sort of symbol of the snake eating itself?
That's reserved for the Forsaken, so I can
That's what I
confidently say
thought.
no. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't think this will work. I'm just trying to think of like something that's like a concrete thing, because everything I can think of right now is kind of like, you know, not like perfect proof.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Listen, you seem to me like someone that knows their history, has known a lot of what has been happening right now. You know we've been in Balaclara. What have we done there then? What have you heard?
What I heard, what was reported at least, was that due to your actions, there was chaos. Rebels began attacking people in the streets, and the investors had no choice but to flee as their investments were being destroyed. Rampant destruction. Now, is that true? Judging from how all of you hold yourselves now, I don't believe so, but that's what I've heard.
And what of the west of Balaclara? Have you not heard about the frost that has enveloped it for years? How that has only just begun to thaw?
Really? No, I'd heard of the frost before. I myself have never been to Balaclara, but I'd heard stories.
Have you heard of the cities that have been plagued by infernal agents, and how they are only just beginning to find safety?
I had not heard of that, no.
And I think your questions lay not with us, but outside of us. So I ask you this as well, with Hiroshi. When he was a younger man, would any of one have thought he would be raised to become the leader of not only his family unit, but of all of his clan?
No. In fact, most of Father Taroshi's lineage has been rather inconsequential in the grand scheme of Clan Shiroi.
Interesting how that changed then, yes? Wonder what would be behind it.
All right. All right, I believe all of you, but if we're to bring Father Taroshi to any type of justice, I'll need something more. Something physical, tactile. With the power I have, if you can get me information before the election tomorrow evening, not only can I have him invalidated from the election, but also I can have him jailed and if there's enough evidence, potentially executed. Now, there's a lot of sympathy for him now because of this supposed assassination attempt. But it seems to me that is, well, horseshit, honestly. If everything you say is true. So.
Oh, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So Oni, from what we know of them, and the fact that the Oni have been hanging around Taroshi a lot, but they seem to be like evil creatures. Is there any room from what Suna told us to like kind of bring that up and be like, why the heck is he so tight with the Oni of all people or creatures or whatever?
This question, we have the same.
So they currently, you recognize them as the Oni because you have seen the statues. You know what they're capable of.
They're wearing armor.
Yeah, they're wearing armor, and on top of that, Oni can shapeshift into more humanoid-looking creatures, but they wear decorative armor that alludes to it, but that's not uncommon in Atarashi as like a an intimidation tactic. Wearing scary
so
masks.
They're not like outwardly everyone can tell that they're Oni.
Correct. Yeah.
So you're saying that these? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was just gonna ask on that train of thought. You said people might wear masks like these, so they're not like people wouldn't recognize those as the masks of the Oni, because like Suni has like the spectral mask, so like we can be like, I obviously got cursed by one of these things. The others are right over there. Just on that train of thought. So I wasn't sure. Just.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, the spectral mask does prove that you've been cursed, but does it necessarily prove that? Right, because not all Onis look the same. So, it doesn't necessarily prove that those individuals are Oni. Just that you've been cursed by one.
Fair.
Do we know, like, how Father Taroshi is in control of them? Like, is it an arrangement between them, or is it a thing of control where there might be, like, some kind of, like, linkage thing, like a physical leash-like thing, if not, like, magically?
You don't know for sure, but from what information you've gained from Suna, I'll say no history check necessary since this has already happened before. But it is definitely... Oni do not like to be beholden to people. They don't like to feel like someone has ownership over them. And judging by how guard dog they are, it's probably some type of deal or arrangement or something, not necessarily by free will.
So would there be something physical that's like a marker of that, or? Would that be something we can assume at least?
I would say, yeah. I mean, from your conversation with Suna and from your knowledge on the subject, I would say for something that powerful, it's probably an item that binds them to protect the wearer.
So I feel like that would be, proof.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to ask the question.
Go. Ask it.
So, yeah. So after all of that, Ajax does just kind of speak up and say,
So, the people know that Father Taroshi walks around with Oni?
I'm sorry?
So they do not know. There are 4, one of which we've encountered, one of which kidnapped 2 of our party members.
They also kidnapped Suzuki and Hiroshi and can obviously back up that claim. But when a deal is made, there are signs. I'm sure we can find proof of it.
All right. You think you can find proof of it?
Well, we are very wounded, but with some time, yes.
All right. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. You all rest here for tonight. I am going to file my report to say that I was unable to find conclusive evidence one way or the other. The only thing that I do know is that you all were not attempting to harm, maim, murder Lady Suzuki and Master Hiroshi in any way, shape, or form. And due to the wounds on the guards that were found in the hallway, your weapons they can't be connected in any way, shape, or form. It takes me all night to figure that out. I stay up all night doing this, and in the morning, all of you are set free. In that time before the election, tomorrow night, you find evidence, you bring it to me. As soon as you bring it to me, well, not only then do we remove Father Teroshi's chances from gaining more power with Clan Shiroi, but also we do it in front of everyone. And this is something you're confident you can do, even with the Oni that surround him.
We have enough information that we can navigate it, yes.
All right. And one final
we'll
thing.
need our weapons.
Yes, when all of you leave, I'll make sure to have them given back to you. In fact, I'll keep them on my person to make sure that nothing happens to them. The only thing else I'll say is please make sure that Father Toroshi lives. If he is assassinated, then it solves one issue, is he's no longer a problem. But then there's no justice.
We will do everything in our power.
All right. Sorry about the lodgings. I wish it could be more comfortable for all of you, but
You've been enough help already. Thank you.
of course.
Just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should warn you that, in my experience at least, dark friends don't surrender to an arrest.
All right. Understandable. Just try. And I'll make sure to have a few mages on hand that can hopefully restrain him. So that way he can't do anything drastic. All right, well, rest as well as you can, and in the morning, I promise you, you'll have your freedom.
One final matter before you do leave.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of patrols down here, can we expect anyone? Or will we be alone down here?
You'll be alone down here. There's no other prisoners down here, and, well, this cell is impenetrable. Not only is it no seals, no cracks, no nothing, there is a thin wall of lead all around it, so there's no scrying in or out of it. No detecting thoughts in or out of it, and, well, no other means of magical transportation in or out. You could be the most powerful wizard in all the realms, but if you land in that cell, you're stuck there. But I promise you'll be out in the morning. That's
Well, really made it sound comfortable.
Sorry. All right. Well, good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Kind of like shut the window. You can see as he does, as the wall becomes complete again, no seam, no nothing, the walls begin to glow with this dull, pale blue color and then dissolve as the magic dissipates slightly. For those of you with magical senses, like Cecily, Carasilla, and even Suni to a degree, there is this very intense thrumming magic in the room where it's almost like tinnitus, where there's just this like very, very, very faint ringing because it's so intense in here.
But just to be clear,
yeah.
It's no magic in or out of the room. Can magic be cast within the room as well, or?
Mm-hmm. Magic can be cast within the room, yeah.
Cool. So anyway, as soon as he puts that block, Carasel's going to cast Divine Sanctum, and we're going to have a comfy place to sit for the night.
Yeah!
Good.
Hell yeah!
I just thought it might look bad if, like, guard patrols come down.
Oh, yeah, they check in, and there's just a door in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Max security
Ajax.
prisoners are like.
That's amazing.
All right. Yeah, you
as
guys
we
are getting
enter
the
Divine Sanctum.
oh my god, what is that guy's name?
Who?
No, the like the mob boss guy. I can't think of his name. New York. He got put into jail for tax fraud, of all things.
Are you
Al
talking
Capone.
about Al Capone?
Yeah,
All
you guys
right.
are getting the Al Capone treatment in jail, where you're like in the nicest cell. Anyway, sorry. I'm struggling with
love
names
it.
too tonight, Cameron. So
So, in the Divine Sanctum, as much as Bianca knows we should just crash, she's gonna say, all right, I said everything really confidently back there, but like, what plan do we have? Any ideas on how to find or what this thing could be that we need to look for?
I don't know if our plan should change. I think no matter what, we have to go weaken them first by the statues, and then try and do what we can in the evening. But maybe along the way we'll find something.
Question: when we killed that one Oni, did his body disappear?
the blue one, yes, it did. Yeah, because it dissolved and the sort of spirit flew into Suni.
Well,
I have a question.
Mhm.
Could Bianca, who has a thing called Grim Psychometry that gives me advantage on, I think, intelligence checks or history checks on like the occult and dark things, so I guess kind of subjective. I'm trying to find it in here. And she, with her history of or knowledge of like devils and stuff, would she be able to like pick up on like what possibly could be something that like buy like an item that could hold that pact or whatever, you know? If you want me to look up the specific thing, I will find it too.
Well, because it's like the occult, and I don't know if I would consider.
Features and traits. Hold on, let me find it. The fuck? Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if I would consider them
And this
occult
per-
because Onis are technically giants.
Here's okay. To recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object you're touching or current location. Damn it. Never mind.
Oh, wow! So you got to be touching it too.
Even
Okay,
less.
this is why we read our features.
all right, let's go find these Oni so that
Oh.
Bianca can touch them.
Okay,
What?
I think I have something that I can tap into.
Okay.
So, Joe, I'm gonna have to ask you about this because I've been referencing this for quite a bit in hopes because there's a lot of things I want to use it for. But my blade has an ability called Echoes of Mastery.
Mm-hmm.
Less about the mechanics, more about what the text actually reads, which is
Mm.
the blade has seen countless masters and carries their wisdom. Once per long rest, as an action, the wielder can tap into this reservoir of knowledge.
And gain proficiency in a skill, right? That's the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you would like to bend the rule a little bit. That's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool.
Well, more of I want to explore this flavor of the ability and really see if there's something more to what Renshi knows about this blade's ability.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're diving into the knowledge of the blade to try and learn more about what the blade can do.
Let me just be clear. Renshi
Okay.
knows about this ability. He's tapped into this reservoir of knowledge before.
Okay.
And he wants to see if he can do it again to get some answers, except digging a little bit deeper.
Okay. I would say, because it's once per long rest, you gain proficiency in a skill. I'd say that with how Renshi has done it before in the past, it can be a question you ask the blade. And if from its former masters it has knowledge of that thing, it will give you an answer.
Okay.
It does
Well,
use
off-
the use though.
Okay, that makes sense. So first, I'm going to use the Bound by Seasons ability, and you're going to see Renshi put out his hand, and the sword is going to appear in his hand. So we have some questions. I've only done it a few times before. But if we really need knowledge about the Oni, I can ask some of the Blade's old masters. But it's kind of limited. There's something, if you think this is valuable, we just need a single question to ask.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, that's for sure. There's no downside. So, I think it's worth a shot. I guess we could ask the blade if, when Onis make a pact, if there's any specific details that they know of, which could lead us in a right direction. I don't know. What do we think, guys?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
Down.
So, just to be clear, because I didn't want to mess this up, I want to ask them if there's any indication, observable, physical, that can prove or indicate an Oni's bind to a pact.
Maybe a person's bind, because we don't need proof that the Oni made a pact. We need proof that Taroshi made a pact. Right?
Okay,
Mm.
you know what? I think I got this. Let me just try. Is everyone okay with this first?
Yes, I'm okay with it.
Okay. So in this sanctuary, Renshi's gonna find a quiet place. And he's going to he's going to kneel with a blade gently placed out in front of him, and he's going to just keep his fingertips. One hand is resting on the blade, the other's on the hilt. It's very gentle, and he's going to close his eyes. And getting into the meditative state, that's kind of a combination of his Eladrin heritage, but also of his season of the fifth training, he's going to tap into this reservoir of knowledge, but first he's going to cast out a question. Masters that have come before me, I seek your guidance. There's one amongst us in Atarashi who is in pact with the Oni. We need evidence of this pact. I request from your well of knowledge. What proof might one find, physical, tangible, of such a pact with the Oni?
Okay. Renshi, as you begin to meditate and you channel your essence into the blade, you can feel it begin to mingle with the countless number of lives that have wielded this sword. The souls aren't there. They've passed on. They have gone to new places. They have pursued other things in the afterlife. What remains is the echo of memory embedded into the blade. The countless skills, knowledge, tools that previous masters have used for the past 2,000 years, ever since the blade's forging. The blade responds, an echo of endless voices.
Binding the Oni to oneself for protection is a process done by blood and magic. The blood of the Oni and the blood of the individual mingled together. They stay on the master's person, close at hand, hidden away. For if the vial breaks and if the blood spills, the pact is broken. And the Oni, in their anger, will devour their former master for trying to contain them, for stealing their freedom.
That's what you get.
I think that went quite well. So, how long does that process last? I guess.
How long does it last?
Yeah, probably.
Indefinitely? Like, are you talking about like for?
Sorry, just like how long was I sitting there?
Oh, how okay. How long were you sitting there? I'd say maybe 15 minutes. Like,
Okay.
it was very short for you to ask the question and get a response, but the entire meditative state kind of slowed everything down around you.
Gotcha. So, Renshi will stand up, and he will I guess he gets ceremoniously sheath his blade. Maybe ceremoniously isn't the right word, but methodically, from lots of training. And he'll return to the rest of the group with whatever they're doing. So, I have a lot of information. It definitely points us in the right direction. The blade told me that when one makes a pact with the Oni, there's a requirement. The blood of the Oni and the blood of the person must be combined, and it must stay combined. if this thing containing this blood breaks or it spills, it ruins the pact, and the Oni will devour their master for taking their freedom away. So, I have a feeling that Father Toroshi keeps us very close to him. I don't know what he could possibly contain it in. I'm not sure how we can find it, but if we can find that,
Bianca's gonna turn to, well, probably just everybody and say, do we remember Toroshi having people near him, like attendants, that helped him at all? And does anyone remember if he's got like little like servants that like help him get dressed in the morning and then shit like that?
Someone that high in power is almost guaranteed to do.
Because what if our people who are better at pretending could be disguised as those people and help him with his morning rituals or afternoon rituals or whatever he does, and potentially get their hands on it?
Jerusalem?
Cecily?
I think it
Suni?
could definitely work.
I don't want to help this guy get dressed, but I do think it's a good plan.
I wouldn't want you to either, honestly. But
Yeah.
I also suppose if it's two people and I'm one of them, if anything does go wrong, I could also get people out as well.
What did we do with the actual people then?
that's something that I think us folk who are a little less good at talking and a little bit more at maintaining people could maybe have them just misplaced for a little bit.
Maintaining people.
Are you insinuating we kidnapped?
For a few hours.
Are you hoping to maintain them like this cage is maintaining us? Is that what you mean by maintain?
I don't have spells, but
I think ideally, if we're able to at least get 10-15 minutes, that might be all we need.
we
Make a
could distract
distraction.
them.
Exactly. And no kidnapping would be required.
Way less chaotic.
I would agree. I am not beyond the kidnapping plan.
Y'all lame. Come on, let's kidnap
I'm a
some
good
bitches.
Leonin boy.
I have a
Also
feeling.
forget that whoever's attending to him has to attend to him, and I believe that's punishment enough. I don't think they need any worse treatment.
It's true. That's true. You're really onto something there. I mean in a mean way. Okay, this is Felicity. She just meant we had to get him out of
Finally
there.
kidnap someone. Yeah. No, I get you.
Not in a mean. All right.
You know, you move
Richard,
them and you
what were
say,
you saying?
Finally kidnap this person. You know, it's totally fine. I don't get why they're screaming.
Wrenchel,
They're
what
just
were you saying?
Well, I was going to ask a question to Joe.
Oh, sorry, Evan.
So, thanks, Ajax. This is really cool. I get to talk to you in person. So Atarashi's full of lots of rituals. We've seen some with Renshi. I know we're talking about possibly disguising ourselves as folks who tend to Father Toroshi and whatever he needs.
Mhm.
But is there any kind of common daily ritual, or especially one that would happen before a ceremony, that we might be able to hijack a little?
Yeah, so there is one where the individuals, and this is something Renshi would know, just thinking about it a bit, while Renshi hasn't been engrossed in Shiroi culture, he lived in Akai, He would know that whenever an election is had for the newest clan leader, each individual must go through a cleansing ceremony where they are bathed, they are blessed under the four deities of Adarashi, and pretty much cleansed of anything they had to do in their last year that maybe would make them feel as though they were less of a leader. So it's also a way for them to come into this election with a clean slate, that they are here to serve the people of Shiroi and Adarashi to the best of their ability. So that is an instance that could be hijacked, so to speak.
Oh, okay. I'll relay this. I might have a plan. It's not necessarily... I don't think it will involve hijack or kidnapping. It might be cutting it close, though. I imagine... Sorry, one sec. I imagine this cleansing might take place pretty close to the election, right?
Correct. Yeah, like it would be sundown, the cleansing happens, and then as soon as all the sun is gone in the sky and the stars are clear, then the election happens.
Just real quick though, but are we not meant to have evidence presented before that?
Tomorrow.
Yep. I mean, you want to have it as soon as possible. So
I guess it's still useful for like a last resort though. So.
yeah, because he did say that, the evidence would be presented in front of everybody. So that would be in front of everybody. Steal the wherever, if you can find it, whatever the vial is and wherever it is.
Here's an idea, party. You just wait right up to the point, right? And we call them out in front of everybody. It's like, then show us the blood vial. Where's it at if you don't got one?
We were looking insane.
I feel like he'll be like,
Be
I
right
don't
there.
have one.
Where is it at if you don't got one?
Yeah.
That's
guy's
incredible.
That motherfucker right there is not real.
Frenchie, let's hear your plan. Let's hear your actual plan.
Yeah.
All right, here's my plan. It will be cutting it close, so maybe it's a last resort, but before an election like this, there's a cleansing. Father Taroshi is absolutely going to go through this cleansing. Cecily, it's similar to the one we did at the shrine together, except it's way more involved. Father Taroshi will be certainly happy to be doing it, as it's the first step to his election. In fact, it happens right before his election. But it might be a good time for us to go through his things, get close to him. It's not a cleansing you do every day, so I don't think he's necessarily going to expect only those who have been around him being around there, so I don't know if we really need to kidnap anyone or distract anyone or whatever. We just need to fit in, be around it, and be able to tap into his things and find it. But like I said, it happens right before the election. So we miss our chance.
I would hope that we have already solved things by then, but I think it's a very good last option.
How do we feel about dealing with the statues first thing tomorrow, no matter what? Do we still want to do that?
I'm in agreement on that.
I
think
was
it'd
kind
also
of
be easier to get to where Taroshi is, knowing that there's not going to be Oni ready there with him.
The thing
He's not in their full capacity.
is, if somehow that pact is broken, the Oni will try to kill him. We gave our word we would keep him alive. If we are going to fight for Oni, it would benefit us if they were weaker.
I do
I
think
also-
the keeping him alive part of this is getting very complicated.
See, I was thinking, but maybe we could use it as a distraction. I don't know. I was kind of thinking, I'm not even talking as Bianca right now. I was worried that if we do the Oni statues, that would kind of put some guard up. Like, there's no way they won't know by the time. So I'm like thinking that might not be the best order to do things in, because
jail.
it doesn't matter. If the Oni get fucked with, he's gonna know. He has a.
But wasn't that also the plan though, to like get him, like let him know that obviously shit's still happening and kind
Yeah,
of
but I meant
get him
we should
balance.
probably steal the vial first when he's comfortable, and then do the statue thing, and then
What about
that's more
this?
what I meant.
What if we do it at the same time?
Could
That
potentially.
involves splitting up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Nope.
great idea.
Yeah,
And
that's a bad idea.
But
so
okay, but to be fair, like the only things are at the Starlight Pagoda, and assumedly where his, quarters and all that are, is also within the Starlight Pagoda.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
And-
barely splitting up. We'll be within Kui.
Yeah, and if the Oni do catch the people who are going for the vial, destroying the statues directly helps their situation. So
Mhm.
we're splitting up, but still helping out. But before that,
Don't die,
Does-
Reggie.
yeah, doesn't like weakening the Oni potentially lay risk to his pact with them? Like, does it? I just have this feeling that, like, if we weaken them,
I don't
I
think
don't
so,
know.
because like the pact isn't regarding their strengths; it's regarding their personhoods, right? Like, I don't think anything that we're doing is necessarily like threatening that pact, because we want that vial to be in, like,
Yeah.
unbroken as much as he does, because otherwise
My-
we lose our evidence.
real quick, my last point. I'm sorry, John, but getting the vial is like a double-edged sword for us in like a good way, because we have proof that he's working with the Oni, and we also have a clear advantage over him, because if we destroy that, we have super juiced up Oni ready to annihilate him.
I don't think we want to destroy it, because we want to keep him alive.
Right,
We
but
can
I think he
kill the
means
Oni.
as a negotiation thing if we get caught with the vial.
Okay.
Yeah, which we could probably still do that if they're weakened, because we have us and the Oni then attacking him. I'm just saying, like, if crap goes down,
It's a Hail Mary for sure.
yeah,
To just
yeah, because it's more of like the order of events would be steal the vial, expose him, and then depending on how he reacts, like you said, like Cecily, like Dark Friends probably won't be okay with getting arrested. In that moment, the real risk is killing him before he's exposed, because if we just unlock Oni on him in front of everyone, then it looks like we are working with the Oni to kill him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we can't, like, that's what I'm saying, like, we don't want to break it, though, because, like, if we do, then those Oni are going to come for him, and I feel like that does harm our case,
Yeah, the only time
Then
we
it's
would
like we're
break it,
controlling them.
the only time we could break it truly is after everyone witnessing it knows that he's working with the Oni, and like that's it. Like it'd be like case closed. Sorry, John.
What if we just steal the vial, right? We need proof before the night, right? All of us don't have to be at this ceremony, and assumingly the Oni will be at the ceremony, right? To protect him. We could send like a team of 2 to go destroy those things during the ceremony when the Oni are there to weaken them, should things pop off. And we still have the evidence, and we don't need to really use it against them because we'll have it.
I mean, our original plan was to destroy the statues like right before the festival anyway.
Why
It
not
was,
as
like-
the festival's happening?
Or as
How far
yeah,
away
right
are
before
the
as.
statues from where the festival would take, or the election would take place?
20 minutes, maybe? Because the
Oh.
election takes place right in front of the Starlit Pagoda.
Then we should take. If we do this, smashing statues team should be Carousel and Ajax, because Carousel can dimension door us super damn close, and Ajax, well, he's strong. He can destroy shit. So
I mean, I'm fine with that as long as we're not doing it at the same time as the vials, because I feel like Carousel should
No,
probably
no.
be with that more so.
no, I was saying the vials is like the night before. We get the vial the night before, and
have one
the
day.
evidence.
We have day, yeah.
Right.
The morning.
There is no
Well, in the
night.
morning.
Yeah, what I'm saying, is we get the vial, and then as things are happening, he's on the podium, the Oni are there, the guard captain's there, and he's like, you're a traitor, and he shows the vial, right? Like, everyone's gathered there for the election. And then the two people, during that time, are over there smashing statues.
I personally think
Why s-
that if we're not doing the vial and the statues at the same time, let's just all go together because
Yeah.
let's not fucking die.
But also, why would we smash the statues at the actual thing? Like, I feel like it's better to do it beforehand, right? Because otherwise, it defeats the purpose of doing so, doesn't it?
Well,
Like, if it's
element of
because
surprise, if we-
like,
Element of surprise, right? If we smash them during the thing, because the Oni are probably going to be there. So they're going to be like, what the fuck's happening? I'm losing power, but I can't move because we got to protect our boy right here, but something's happening. I can't leave. And also at the same time, if things pop off and the guy who's being, Taroshi's like, fuck it, I'm a dark friend. I'm going to fuck all y'all up. The Oni are instantly weakened in that moment. They're kind of stunned, surprised. Boom, bop, bam. We get it done.
Plus, even if Father Taroshi somehow found out that we're destroying statues somewhere, if he wanted to make a big scene about it, like during his election, is he really going to? Wouldn't that risk exposing him anyways? Like it really is forcing their hand by destroying it while everyone's there.
It's kind of like your play against Malice.
right.
She was like, oh, fuck, I didn't expect this. Same thing. They
Okay.
wouldn't expect it.
The only real
I'm
risk
gonna-
though is when we get the vial that the Oni will be full powered.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll
Lots
all
of
be together for the vial.
trees. Lots of trees. I'm gonna try to bring us back to the forest. Do we know what we're doing first? And do we have a general idea of what we're doing second? Because I feel like that's all we need before the plan goes sideways anyway, like it always does,
Yeah.
and then we can adapt. Because I think
we
we got
basically
enough.
have it though. Like, we get the vial early in the morning, and then we, I guess, could chill for the rest of the day / deal with any repercussions, and then we all go to the festival. Like, obviously, we hand in the evidence, blah blah blah. We go to the festival. Statues are smashed, and then either like Taroshi can come out like, as himself and like fully admit to the whole like dark friend shit, or if even with the evidence put forward, if he wants to put up a fight, then the Onis are going to be all fucked up anyways.
Plus, it's not going to be just us fighting them. Like, even if we're split into two teams, right?
Right.
If Ajax Carousel go off to smash statues while you guys are at the thing,
We have
there's
so many people.
hundreds of guards there
Yep.
that are going to also probably intervene if something pops off. So we'll have enough time, hopefully, to get back to you guys, especially with Dimension Door. We just be able to
Yeah,
pop
That
over
is
there real
true.
quick.
At least this time we're not getting jumped if we decide to split up.
and we have a backup plan for the vial if we really needed it.
Granted, the
Nothing-
statue team could get jumped, but there'd be
Yeah,
more
but-
people around.
But really,
just think
nothing
we
could
should
go
all-
wrong.
The way the plan is going, I see no reason to split up. Just saying.
Yeah.
Not
Only
a
for the
valid
statue part.
reason. Why? We don't all need to be at the festival.
If none of us need to be at the festival, then yeah, we can go smash statues together.
I feel like we need at least one person so that we can get a direct eyewitness if anything bad happens.
Suna.
Suna, yeah.
Right. Okay. That's
Oh.
that part. Oh. I don't think we want to out Suna that early.
Disguise
No, she'll be
her.
in the crowd. She'll be in the crowd, dude, just like chilling, just like, I watched
Okay.
this. This is what happened.
We can also adjust the plan as need be. I just don't want any bitches dying. Sorry.
99.9% of D&D plans do not go as planned.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
just
no,
gonna
that's
go.
fine. I mean,
Our
we have our
plan.
general outline. We know
Yeah.
what's happening. We know, what's
That's
what
all,
we're
that's
doing.
all I'm saying. I feel like all of us
Yeah.
have put forward some good thoughts here, but we have a good outline. We know
Right
what
now,
we're doing first.
nap
We
time.
know generally
sleep.
what step 2 through 5 are. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nap time. Let's
I
go.
said-
Joe, I
Cecily
hope
says
you
that
enjoy
in
your
character.
schemes.
I am so confident in this plan right now. This is the most confident I've ever been in any plan ever.
Make sure we clip that.
And then when it
Twitter
goes
falls
wrong,
apart.
play the
Oh man.
2 hours later.
Yeah.
the curb your
Ajax is dead.
enthusiasm.
Oh, God. Do I need to clip it? Is it getting clipped?
I'll do it.
Probably
Don't worry.
will.
I'll do
Okay.
it.
All right. All right.
All right,
Bedtime.
nap time.
Yeah.
Bedtime.
Are we taking watches in the hear no evil, speak no evil room?
I mean, nothing can come at us. They literally can't get in.
The
Have
dark
you
one's
have you
everywhere.
described what this place looks like?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right.
Don't
A
you
lot
have
of
two
warm
little,
colors, a lot of rugs, like rugs on the wall, like that
Do we
kind of
have our
cozy
own
vibe.
rooms?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Do you still have
You
your
know,
two
at
little
least.
dudes?
Yeah, the Kuto are here too.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
me vibing with
They're-
them the whole time. You know, they have tea. It's great.
Well,
Nice.
hello.
I
What
was
is
just
Imagine
waiting for
while
that
we were
trail. I
all
was
battle
waiting for it.
planning.
Wait, have we named them yet?
They don't have names.
I'm calling this one Jerry.
That's not my name.
Bird?
My name is
All right.
I want Carosilla to repeat that, like, oh yeah, and say it perfectly.
She said it right. Ow.
I apologize. I can't see.
You can just call me
Imagining.
Ick.
Ick. And your name?
This is the bigger one because there's one that was like the priest, and then there was the other one that was the bigger one. My name is Tola.
One more time.
Tola.
You know, oh my gosh, I'm getting a picture. This, never mind. I don't even know if I get to start describing this.
Do I need to say it again?
One
Tola.
Tula.
Tola.
Tola.
He looks to the other Kuotoa and just
Tola.
shakes his head. Yeah, that's right.
Tola and Ick.
Yeah.
That is all.
And Ajax just turned around and walks in the kitchen.
The Kuotoa priest will look up to you, Carosilla, and say, "We've been working on our common. Is it good?"
Oh,
Perfect.
It's like eyes going in like 140-degree angle.
Does it lick
Oh.
her eyes?
Just
I love them.
blink,
Close-ing.
open blink. Okay, we'll go do something else now. Yeah. They turn it.
Oh my god.
They
the
also
one
have
with
their
such
own
a deep
rooms.
voice.
I love the imagery of us all sitting around scheming very seriously. And like one of them, you see
And they're
their
just like
arms.
this.
Their arms come up from under the table with like a plate of refreshments.
Aww,
Thank you.
I like
love
that. I want to come here more.
Yeah.
I
Remember
mean,
last time we
I
took
think it'll be
watch outside
consistent.
this place?
Okay. Can we just make a rule, Joe? If I didn't say anything, we would have never heard their lovely voices.
That's true.
So every time we come into this place, can you please do the voice? Please. I
Greet
love
us
it
every
so much.
time.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
All right, let's everyone walk outside and walk back in.
Just the whole night in and out.
Hello.
Alright.
Hello.
Did they ever harmonize?
Carosilla's been teaching them how to sing.
Hello.
Oh my God.
oh wait, that's so
Starting to
cute.
sound like-
Carosilla. It makes me think of the like frogs
The
in.
voice.
What, sure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Legend of Zelda is what I was thinking. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Oh damn! I was thinking of once they get good enough, they're gonna be like those frogs at the beginning of Shrek 3. Shrek the Third. Sorry, let me not butcher the title.
Yeah.
For them, the Shrek stands come after me.
Shreksters.
All right.
Fucking Shreksters, dude.
All right. The monitor and the priest, Tula and Ick. Got it. Okay, so you go to bed.
Yeah.
Nap
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as all of you retire, a rest that is very, very necessary. You all are able to take a long rest. Nothing interrupts you. However, Carosilla, as you wake up, there is this strange feeling you have. You feel
shiny. Whenever anyone looks at Carasilla, she looks like she's glowing. You know, like she just is radiating a radiance to a degree. Like not actually illuminating. You know, she's not like a flashlight right now. She just has this glow to her.
Am I Tamatoa now?
Put that gift.
I was trying to find it. God damn it.
Carasilla, this is the second or third time that you've stayed in here, and you check in on your Kuatoa often, but it seems as though their belief in you is starting to manifest in a certain way. As a minor boon from your believers, you have an additional first level spell slot that you can use to cast anything you'd like.
Oh, your babies. That's so cute.
Call them Imagine Dragons because they're believers.
Okay.
Oh,
You can see the Kuatoa, they also seem stronger. It's very strange. It seems as though you leveling up, Carasilla, has affected them as well. The magic of the priest seems to be more potent, and the monitor seems more buff. He has more forehead veins or something. I don't know. I lost steam there on the tail end.
It looks like Larry from SpongeBob.
So, as
This is a whack session.
so the Kuatoa and Carasilla grow. Oh, that's fun. They rhyme. It was destiny.
No, Caristoa. That's what the quote should be.
Kara's toes.
Caristoa.
Kara's toes.
Caracol.
I'm losing my mind.
All of you wake up the next morning. You see the glowing. You see the beefed up Kuatoa. You leave the sanctum, maybe with a few questions, and you prepare for your journey throughout the rest of the day because it is going to be a long day. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Let's aim to be back at, let's say 10 minutes. So we'll say 20 your time. All right. Thank you so much. And we will be right back.
To finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. It grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
Wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay. I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage!
Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now it's left to me to deal with him. You can't. If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death. Something that makes combat more grounded, horror more horrifying, and sacrifices all the more heroic. Picture a movie fight scene between a hero and villain. They're clashing blades, dancing back and forth, parrying, dodging, blocking, keeping up with each other's advances, surprising each other with new techniques and strategies, until finally, one of them lands a devastating blow. It's not just a graze on the arm, it's not just a smack on the chest. It's 0 HP. When using the point of no return system, we want to draw attention to this moment of the fight, to make that hit extra cinematic and weighted and affect the decisions that your players are going to make when they are given that critical choice of staying down or getting up.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our first build, the level 5 Blighted Warden.
In the shadowed underbrush of the ancient forest, where the line between decay and growth blurs, the Blighted Warden moves unseen. A spectral guardian at the crossroads of life and death, melding the Gloomstalker's mastery of darkness with the Circle of Spore's eerie command over fungal life. They are the embodiment of nature's unchecked, wild ferocity. With each arrow knocked from their twisted, spore-infested bow, they strike with the precision of night and the inevitable spread of decay. A silent protector of the natural order's darker, untamed side.
So there we go. There's our thematic intro.
I have to finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is 1 town, 1 place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay. I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. Rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage!
Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now it's left to me to deal with him. You can't. If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death. Something that makes combat more grounded, horror more horrifying, and sacrifices all the more heroic. Picture a movie fight scene between a hero and villain. They're clashing blades, dancing back and forth, parrying, dodging, blocking, keeping up with each other's advances, surprising each other with new techniques and strategies, until finally, one of them lands a devastating blow. It's not just a graze on the arm, it's not just a smack on the chest. It's 0 HP. When using the point of no return system, we want to draw attention to this moment of the fight, to make that hit extra cinematic and weighted and affect the decisions that your players are going to make when they are given that critical choice of staying down or getting up.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our first build. The level 5 Blighted Warden.
In the shadowed underbrush of the ancient forest, where the line between decay and growth blurs, the Blighted Warden moves unseen. A spectral guardian at the crossroads of life and death, melding the Gloomstalker's mastery of darkness with the Circle of Spore's eerie command over fungal life. They are the embodiment of nature's unchecked, wild ferocity. With each arrow knocked from their twisted, spore-infested bow, they strike with the precision of night and the inevitable spread of decay. A silent protector of the natural order's darker, untamed side.
So there we go. There's our thematic intro.
I have to finish the story.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it is done so well. But here's the thing. It grows to be more in depth. The spirit world becomes a thing, and it grows even more in depth after that. More layers get added on more layers, right? Not everybody in the Earth Kingdom is good. Not everybody in the Water Tribes. They're not all underpowered, right? Because the Northern Water Tribe is so strong. And not everybody in the Fire Nation is evil. The layers continue to be added the longer the story goes on. In your campaign, do that. Most people have a hard time starting a campaign because they don't know where to start. They think they need 7 kingdoms, hundreds of houses, thousands of NPCs. No! Stop! You don't need that. What you need is one town, one place, 4 or 5 NPCs, and an inciting incident.
Day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Dead like if I can guarantee Henry would be okay. I'd hope you get an illness and then get hit by a car and die.
In this video, we're going to talk about secondary objectives, a way to make your combat encounters spicy, delicious, fantastic. Secondary objectives enhance combat in D&D to an exponential degree. Let's go ahead and dive into number 10. Rescue missions. Task your players with rescuing an NPC or retrieving an item during combat. It will help add layers of urgency and potentially even a moral dilemma. My favorite example of this is instead of sending the players to kill the goblin camp that may raid the village, right? That's a consequence. Sometimes that's good enough. The goblins abducted the blacksmith. And now they need to save the blacksmith and kill the goblins. It's a secondary objective that spices things up.
You people should be thanking Christ that I am who and what I am because you need me. You need me to save you. You do. I am the only one who possibly can. You're not the real heroes. I'm the real hero.
Holy, look at all this damage!
Where? Where? Where, Dwight?
Seems like you already know where.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Now it's left to me to deal with him. You can't. If you try to interfere, this becomes a much simpler matter. I will kill your wife I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
But for now, we're going to look at a slightly different system that doesn't just affect the moment of death, but the moments before death. Something that makes combat more grounded, horror more horrifying, and sacrifices all the more heroic. Picture a movie fight scene between a hero and villain. They're clashing blades, dancing back and forth, parrying.
Evan,
Nah.
we're back. Why are you nervous?
Well, you see, we made a detailed plan.
I
Every time
don't
we make a
care.
detailed
So let's
plan,
go ahead and dive in to this session. Let's continue on. I'm so mean right now. I'm so sorry. John, you're not a bitch. That happened. That happened. Go smoke some crack. Okay. That's a Dwayne The Rock Johnson reference from one of the most recent episodes of SmackDown, if you're not in the loop. But for now,
Oh my god.
let's stick to the Salamander Coast, shall we? Evan, your ideas are totally valid. By the way, I understand why you're nervous. Okay. I need to instill a little bit of the Evan effect inside of me and regurgitate that on all of you.
Thank you. You can take it back.
I don't want the Evan effect.
Let me Mama Bird the Evan effect over all of you, okay?
Absolutely not.
So as we pick up from where we left off, our group of companions, they had been sitting within Carasilla's abode, her divine sanctum, an area of safety and of comfort from the confines of their prison cell. Now, all of you slept soundly for the most part. Obviously, fighting one of the Forsaken, it does leave its scars. As all of you are resting and preparing to wake up, obviously we addressed the Carasilla Kuatoa situation. But as all of you are getting up and getting ready, I just wanted to double check, and if everybody could, I would appreciate it to message me what your madness effects are to make sure that we're keeping each other accountable, just because.
Trust exercise right here. You said that I have +5 to everything. Thank you.
That's a fair. That makes sense as a madness effect, actually. You're so good at everything.
It would be crazy.
It'd be
so wacky.
Was the madness a save that we had? Or did
Some
it just
people didn't get affected by the long madness. I
don't think I got affected.
I don't think you did.
Mhm.
I think there were 2 people that missed it, but I'm trying to remember who the other was.
I've been
Renchi was
racking
one.
my brain this entire time.
Yeah, Suni and Renchi are safe.
Cool.
Yeah, because Renchi was out of bounds of her, and then Suni saved, yeah.
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 And then
Yeah.
Ajax and Carasilla got the same thing, and Bianca and Cecily got different things.
Yeah, although Ajax, I think, was for less time, I believe.
Less time, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 48 hours, dude.
Cray.
Okay.
Mine only lasts when I'm sitting.
What is the first thing that Renchi says, by the way, this morning, Evan?
Oh no. So, he says, well, that was a pleasant rest.
You see that for some reason the 2 Kuatoa kneel. For some reason, I'm just kidding. They don't do that. Evan sent me a message, and he said, "When I utter words, civilizations from all over the world kneel to hearken them."
Oh, that's the madness thing.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's what Renchi thinks, at least.
That's how they ought to with all this shit the Empress is doing a sheet on the way the 5th.
That's what I like to imagine Autumn Renchi sounds like. He's like, hey man, he sounds like the dude from The Big Lebowski.
He's like,
Please, if Autumn ever pops up, he's got to have a southern accent.
hey man, this shit's fucked. That's why I'm here.
Hey brother,
Shit, right here.
butter my biscuit, slap my butt, and call me mama, because I'm ready to deal up some damage, if you know what I mean.
Autumn Renchi spent a lot of time in the wild place.
he's Autumn Renchi. Autumn Renchi was a closet kid. He grew up in a confined space. So all of you wake up.
We're not
You
put together here.
begin your morning rituals. You feel rested, like any good D&D party. Even though some of you got beat to shit, you take a nap, you feel great in the morning. It's awesome. So you wake up, you gather your things, and you make sure to leave the sanctum before any of the guards arrive to give you your freedom.
I want to do one thing before we leave the sanctum, which I think will also help.
But of course.
Reel people in. It is super short. But Bianca will go up to Ajax, and they had, before she went to the Hells, exchanged rings. So she will give his ring back to him, and say, thank you for being there. And I don't just mean when I died. Every time that you've been there for me. Thank you.
I'll always be there, Bianca. And it's not just me. You've always been there as well.
And I'll always be there. Do I get my ring back now? Thank you. I shall give him a hug.
Now let's go steal a vial and smash some statues. I'm still a little... Let's go.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. No problems. And then, yeah, good to go now.
Okay. Very good. So, you exit the Divine Sanctum. Caracilla, you dismiss the Divine Sanctum, so there's no doorway when the guards return. And after a few moments, maybe 20, 30 minutes after all of you exit and the Divine Sanctum is dispelled, the window opens once more. And there you can see a very, very, very tired Captain Mariko. He says, all right, after the evening services, I was able to get all of you your freedom back. Based off of the information I was able to collect, it seems as though all of you are deserving of your freedom, and although you might be enemies of Empress Suen, you have done nothing to hurt the people of Shiroi. Based off Master Hiroshi's testament and Lady Suzuki's, you are all free to go. However, know that I will have a very select few guards keeping an ever watchful eye over you. So please operate within the city knowing that. He sort of looks at all of you like, this is a lie. As you can look through the window, there's like 10 guards behind him. Is that understood? Good, good. All right, open it. And some of the mages move over. They twist the locks open. The stone unmelds from the wall, and it opens as all of you are free to leave. Give them back their weapons. One by one, your weapons are handed back. You can see the Renchi, you're last. As they reach into the bag of holding to get the sword, they say, someone took Season's Edge. It's not in here. I kept it under lock and key all night. I swear, I didn't let it out of my sight.
I appreciate your concern, but I took it myself, if you don't mind.
You can see Master, Captain Mariko, he sort of looks at you like, you're not making my job any easier. It only makes sense. From what I understand, the blade is bound to the Master of the Way of the Fifth. I don't think there's anything we could have done to prevent him from taking it.
And Captain, I do want to say, I hope from all of this, you are able to have a restored faith in the Fifth.
I hope so too, but we'll have to see. I have a feeling that today is going to be quite instrumental in the future of my people.
think so too. And thank you for all you've done for us. Genuinely, I think if we are successful, you will have played a crucial part in all this. And I hope you'll understand that, and I hope you'll see it, and we won't let you down, or the rest of the people of Atarashi.
Yes, of course. Well, please, as I said, all of you are free to go. I'll have the rest of the guards escort you out. I am in desperate need of taking a rest. So, please, enjoy the festival to your heart's content, and try to avoid getting into any more trouble. Okay. With that, all of you begin to make your way out. However, Cecily, as you're following behind your companions going to leave, there is a guard, actually, that, as you're walking past, grabs your arm and yanks you in. And you can see that through the helmet that they wear, you can see these strands of graying blonde hair, the scar across the side of the face. A face you haven't seen in so long. Grabbing you, pulling you in, and saying, "Did you think you could run from me? Did you think you could get away? No, I found you. And now you're going to pay for what you did to me."
And she's going to just like immediately slap at the wrist and try to get out of the grip.
As you do, your sort of vision comes back to you, and it was a guard saying, sorry, you dropped this, it fell off, and is like grabbed your arm to hand you back the tiara.
Oh. And she'll take it very gingerly and be studying this person's face. Completely different, right?
Yeah, completely different, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Weird night. That's all. Thank you.
They don't say anything in return, they just nod their head.
And so she'll put it on and keep walking and just be kind of... the rest of you would see her just sort of looking at the ground, kind of shaken, just perplexed.
Did we totally see that?
Oh, yeah, you guys are in a really rather tight corridor right now. It's maybe only 20 feet wide, so you can see, like, you could hear Cecily's tiara clatter to the ground. As you look over, you see the guard sort of grab at her very lightly and try and say, "Excuse me, miss," picking up the tiara, but then you see Cecily smack with this wild look in her eyes. And then the rest of the event happened as you saw it.
Cecily, are you all right? What happened?
I don't know. Weird day, I guess.
Was it the guard? Did he do something?
No. I don't think so. Something just came back for a second. That's all.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you're all right. We're about to get really serious here.
I know. I mean, if anything, it shocked me awake, so... We're good. I'm good.
All right. And Renshi, before he walks away, kind of gives a worried look towards Ajax or whoever else saw that.
Ajax. You probably didn't hear that. Ajax just nods.
Okay. So with that, all of you head up the various
stairways and passageways leading up and out of the prisons. The sound of the city greets you as the festival is in full swing. You make your way up and out, and the city is more alive than what you've seen in your time here. This is the day. All of the important clanspeople from all over Shiroi are here now to vote on who they believe best represents the ideals and beliefs of Shiroi as a clan and as a part of Adarashi. So, you enter, and you are surrounded by so many people, so many paper lanterns hanging across the streets, and even some on the ground. Hundreds, thousands of people flocking in the streets as you are in festival.
It's so cute. I want festival outfits. That's not important though, but that's what I want.
Should have got him beforehand.
We should have. What
Okay,
were
but,
we doing
like-
before?
I mean,
I ruined all the fun.
that was the thing though. Like, yeah, do we want disguises today, or are we just going as ourselves?
I feel like we should try and blend in.
Don't we kind of have to if we're going for the bio?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we
so-
definitely have to. Some people definitely have to be disguised. Maybe we all should be, but some people have to be disguised as like specific people.
Yeah, no matter what, a white furred Leonins, it's no matter what I wear, I'm gonna get pointed out. So,
But I'm also just like, for the actual like go and get vile disguise thing. Cecily has disguise self, right?
Called herself actually, so I'll physically change as well. But
Yeah, okay, so even better, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
And I specifically prepared disguise self just for today as well.
So you two can. I was thinking
So
what
we
we could.
can-
Sorry.
But we can deal with like having different stuff there, but I just feel like if we're gonna be as a group, we should stay as the group that we've supposedly been, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that you two might need to disguise as like trusted people that can get close. So we could like scope out. I don't know if you can have like seeming up while we scope out. And then I assume you have to drop it. Is it concentration?
No.
Oh,
Save
well then I
hours,
guess.
goddamn no.
I guess you could just have it up, and then whenever you need to disguise yourself again.
Yeah, I'll just reapply.
Okay,
That's
that
what I
makes
mean,
sense.
so yeah,
Okay.
we don't need to worry about that.
Well then,
got polymorph.
Yeah, doing disguises. Definitely. Everyone's gonna be in festival gear.
Everyone's like get up is gonna just, you know, be that more elaborate, that more like patterned, that more layered, all of that jazz. We look cute.
Yeah. Okay. Looking cute in the appropriate festive gear. I mean, just looking at the people that are here, you can see what is honorable, what is respectful, what is traditional for this festival, and you mimic that appropriately. You can see that half of the individuals that are here are wearing masks as well. And you can see there are several vendors that are peddling masks, handcrafted, carved, and painted, if that's something you are interested in purchasing as well, if you think the masks would be useful.
You know what?
I want a mask with the vibes.
Okay.
I want one just
I
in
don't care if it's
case,
useful.
you know, even like say things don't work out. Yeah, mask.
Wait, are you gonna seeming Ajax not to look like a Leonin?
I mean, he
Yeah,
hasn't
all
looked
our-
like a Leonin before. Like, it's going for whatever disguises we've been doing.
Yeah.
Well, you can't
Which he
do the
was
one
like
that I've
a-
been doing. Because Ralph was.
No, what you were Batai.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Never
it.
mind.
So yeah.
I want a mask.
What are the animals? I want a raccoon.
What are they? I want a raccoon.
Alrighty. So, as you approach,
you can see there is an individual sitting behind the desk, or this market stall, and you can see they are a tabaxi, calico cat with these like tufts of white, brown, gray, and orange fur. They have these goggles that are on their face right now that are kind of like zoomed in on the mask they're working on, as they have this very, very, very fine paintbrush doing these intricate strokes on these different carvings on what looks to be some type of fox mask currently. But as you approach, you can see the ear twitch just a bit and say, "Ah, yes, hello, hello. Is there anything I can help you with? Are you here for masks? You seem maskless, so that is what I would assume."
Yeah. Do you got like a raccoon?
Ah, yes, I do indeed. Raccoon, of course. You can see looking back at the board behind them, they grab one that is... You've never seen a more beautiful representation of a raccoon. Cecily's never laid eyes on Daniel Forrester, so she wouldn't know about that. But this, for right now, is good enough. As she says, "Here you are, a raccoon mask."
Oh my! Oh, this is me. This is me. I gotta have this. Okay. How much?
1 silver piece.
Wow. You know, can I give you 2?
Well, of course, I'd be more than happy to accept a tip.
All right. Well, okay, I mean, here you go. Here you go. And she's
Thank
gonna
you.
be putting it on. And she's already the whole time she's putting it on, she's like, "Fuck yeah." Oh yeah.
Very rarely do people enjoy the mask so much, aside from little children, so I'm very glad to see that you enjoy it.
She'll pause at that and go, "Eh," and then just
this tabaxi still has the goggles on, so like she's like seeing you like zoomed in right now.
Question. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeming is an illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm seeming to be a dragonborn. Long snout, right? If I put a mask on, does it just go through the face to where Ajax's face is?
I mean, well, okay, you could do that edgy anime thing, how like you wear it on like the side of your head, you know?
Well, also, I mean, Leonin have a bit of a snout.
Yeah, but not like dragonborn.
Well, what if this one has a short one?
Yeah, Carousel is in control of the illusion.
Wear it on the side of his head. Done.
All right.
So I'm like the pug of dragonborns.
Yes.
I mean, Leona would have a bit of a snout as well, so I don't think it's that much of a difference. Yeah.
So okay, Ajax is gonna go.
You have any lions?
Yes, I do indeed. Yes, here you are. Very beautiful, white furred lion, gold trim with green accents.
Let's go ahead.
2 silver.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the tip.
Is Renshi disguised? Think not.
I think he would have been, right?
Yeah, you could just pick one. I don't think you have been, but you might as well be, since you're on
Yeah, it
the
also doesn't matter.
important person
I've got enough
list.
people under it. I think
Yeah,
it's like
so
8
you-
I can do.
Yeah.
So.
You could just choose a race and a alias, because
I'll choose a water genasi.
that's crazy.
Male.
That's crazy.
His name is Op. No E.
He's an
Op Noe.
No, his name will be Roderick, but he'll go up to the booth.
Okay.
Yes,
hello.
He'll go up to the booth and he'll start looking at the mask. At first, he's a little serious because we're looking at masks. We're on a serious mission here. But then he starts thinking and he asks, "You know, when I was younger, I was at a festival like this one, and they had a booth. but we didn't really pick the masks. There was a reading involved that kind of picked which animal we were in. Do you do that at this booth?
I have been known to dabble a bit in the readings of a spiritual kind. Now, it's nothing too fancy, but it is what I like to say is if I gaze deeply enough into your eyes, sometimes I can see a spirit gazing back.
Renshi kind of smiles a little bit, like his little kid smiles. And he'll be like, okay, I would love to see what you see.
Very good, very good. I'll need to zoom in a bit more. So you can see like the binoculars, they like extend. She says, just kidding. No, that would make it much more difficult. And you can see she sort of gazes into your eyes, and she looks for a couple of minutes, just staring deep into your eyes. Interesting. I see. I see fear. But I see something more. The fear is buried deep, but there's a lot at play here. I think what I see most, though, you are very cunning and just a little playful. And she kind of looks down at the table to the fox mask that she was working on, and she kind of picks it up and adds one final flourish. Perfect. I think the fox would be a very good spiritual representation of you, and hands you the fox mask.
He's going to look at it fondly. Thank you very much. It's perfect. And he'll give you 3 silver. Sorry. Hold up. I'll give you 5 silver.
Well, thank you so much.
He's gonna genuinely thank you.
I'm always happy to help.
Bianca's seeing that happen. I'm trying to contain my excitement because I'm sure Bianca's very casual about it. But she will say, oh, well, I think I'll go that route because I don't know if I have a particular preference on a mask to choose. So if you are down for another reading.
Yeah, Carousel is saddling up to do the same.
And they're twins. Remember, we're disguised as twins, so then we could just like, can you do the twins?
Oh, of course, of course. Yes. Well, please come closer. And once again, 2 or 3 more minutes, Bianca, staring into your eyes. You've gone through many changes, I can see. Some willing, others not so willing. But you're very strong, very brave. I can see that. I think for you, the best fit is, and she's going to rustle down beneath the counter, and she's going to pull out a mask of a bear. And it is a deep jet black trimmed with silver and teal. Ooh. I think that the bear, symbol of resurrection, a coming of new life, but also strength. I see that in you.
Oh, well, thank you. Honored to have those traits. What's on the mask? I'm a bear. Teddy bear. I love that shit.
Are you upping the coinage?
Oh yes, pay. I mean, I think she'll match the 5. I don't think she needs to be like 6. You know, like she did a good reading, so we'll match 5 silver.
A gold piece.
10 platinum coins.
5,000 gold.
My firstborn son!
Take all my money.
I don't know what to do with that.
Why don't we work for you? How about that?
20 acres in Bella Club.
You have land now.
You are a duchess.
Okay. Alrighty. So, then we have Carousel, right?
Yes, I want to read it.
Alrighty. So, Caracilla, as you... You're a very interesting group of people. I have always struggled with these readings, but you're very easy to read. You especially. You feel like an open book. You are full of color and life. More confidence than you know what to do with, I think. But something more, too. The confidence isn't unfounded. It is... Some part of it almost seems divine. But something is so colorful about you. Bright and bold. I know just the perfect mask. And you can see she rustles around back behind her to her right side, and she pulls out what looks to be a peacock mask, except
Does it
with...
have a bunch of feathers?
It does, yeah. She will hand it to you. And real quick, do you have the hurdy-gurdy on you right now, Caracilla?
Yeah.
Or is it hidden away with seeming?
Nah.
No, okay. She sort of hands it to you, and she sort of looks at you and looks down at the instrument, and sort of her eyes kind of narrow at the instrument. Is that a face?
It is.
Would you like me to do a reading on the hurdy-gurdy?
Oh, well, if you're able to, I'd love to.
Well, it's never come so easy as it had today, so who knows?
Yeah, she'll pop it up onto the stand.
So she'll kind of look into the eyes of the hurdy-gurdy.
It's cold wooden eyes.
This is much more difficult to read. Give me one moment. And you see she kind of like tucks down behind, and you hear like the scratching of wood and like quick paint strokes. Ah, I found one just the perfect size. I think a perfect companion, a fellow avian. I think a lark is very fitting for your master of music you carry with you, and we'll kind of like with like a little strap, like a little piece of thread, and just kind of like set it on top of the hurdy-gurdy and tie it.
It's the dumbest shit. I love it.
So cute.
All right. That was very fun.
Are we in our original seeming disguises, or are we disguised as other people? I forget.
OG seemings.
Okay. I'm sorry to make you do one more, Joe. I'm not going to make you do it, I promise. But as Tugs, Suni would walk up, holding a gold piece in both hands, extending it out, and say, "Tugs!" and point at masks and just wait for one.
She'll look to all of you. Is he with you?
Yes, you would like a mask.
Is there a problem?
No, not at all. Is he,
Read him.
And she'll like go to grab the gold, unsure if like you're allowing them to spend that much.
Oh, how much is he trying to give?
You said a gold
the
in each
gold
hand,
piece.
right?
No, holding it like with
Oh,
his
one
both
like
hands.
that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's still
that's
double the
still-
price that anybody's paid so far.
And 10 times the asking rate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sooni's competitive, what can I say?
Yeah.
Imagine going to a restaurant and paying $200 for spaghetti. That's what you're doing.
All right.
Maybe I'm just generous.
She'll sort of look at you for a moment. No, this one's very easy. You, my good friend Tugs, are a monkey. And she'll kind of put it around your face.
Hell yeah.
That's perfect.
All right. And as she is tying it around the back of your head, almost like not sure if you can do it on your own, she sort of ties it and says, you know, most people think that monkeys are just fools, but that is not the case. Monkeys are very, very wise. Most of them. Some of them. Not sure what type of monkey you are yet, but I think they may know. But that's a secret you can keep between us.
Tugs will like cock his head to the side and then like give like 2 clonks on top of his head and just go, Tugs.
Maybe a foolish one.
Ajax kneels down slightly toward Cecily and says,
Kind of want to do it.
Hey, I know who I am. I went to
feel
the
like
table and I got the raccoon.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm missing out.
Sucks to suck. Anyways, let's go.
Yeah, now that we got
She
the
would probably
important
say
stuff
mine.
out of the way, we can go do this other side quest thing.
Cecily's like going to lift up the raccoon mask and look at you like, what the hell, man?
what if
but
she didn't say lion? Now Ajax is going to be thinking the whole time.
It's going to throw him off in the heat of battle.
What if
she
I'm a
did-
tiger?
That's actually the madness effect, you know? Like,
yeah.
No, Cecily.
She was never here.
Cecily is set in stone.
Ajax is always gonna wonder.
She's fucking. She's getting into it, y'all. She's fucking. It's like she's in a acting like a clown class. Like she's fucking raccooning.
see,
As we're-
Ajax just need to go to one of those like BuzzFeed quizzes, you know?
Mhm.
Who got the same
Yeah.
answer?
As we are kind of walking off, Ajax just stays there a little bit longer than everyone else, just looking
Obviously, it's lying.
and just turns around and looks at the party.
You can see the ear tick a bit. And she says, it very obviously it is, friend.
He stops. His ear twitches inside of the ceiling, because dragonborns don't have ears. And just
Thank you.
and continues walking.
I love Ajax.
And
that
if
was
you-
such an Ajax thing.
If you need any more, please do not hesitate to return to Heroes Handcrafted Masks.
I'm writing that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
Exactly.
I cannot stand these pictures in the gift. Just, dude, it's so
Dude. The first one you posted, Reggie, fucking kill.
I just imagine him standing like that, just going, "Thank you."
Wow.
Felicity.
I saw it. It's too funny. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
dude.
All right. Bianca,
Leslie-
bear mask on, is walking in the direction of the mission.
Cecily's gonna try to steal something from Suni as a raccoon.
Just like Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Okay.
What are you trying to steal?
We'll see. I rolled a 20. She's not. I think she wants to make the taking of it very sudden and slick, but then the getaway very obvious. That's the bit here.
I do have blind sight.
Oh.
All right. So I rolled a 20. Can it just be that she's so fast that you can't, you know?
Yeah.
She rushes in. Because listen, man, I've had my shit stolen by raccoons on camping trips. They're crafty. Like you see them coming, but then they're like a basketball player. They're like,
and they break into anything. Nothing is safe once they.
Oh, I know. I saw one untie my backpack strings, take out Pop-Tarts, open the packaging like a goddamn human being, and just start eating them.
Tonight, I've heard so many stories about your child.
Yeah.
Let's not regurgitate any of the other ones.
By the way,
Yeah,
the one
even
you saw
the
was
There's just so much regurgitating tonight.
the one you saw.
It's on
was
my
Rocky
mind.
Raccoon.
That was him. He was leading a platoon of thieves.
All
They
right,
ate
so
well that night.
Cecily,
Starlight Pagoda, let's go.
you move in. You quickly go to grab something. Suni, you can recognize that she's trying to steal.
The first thing from the bag of holding.
The
Oh, that's
first
fun.
thing from what would that be, Suni?
Oh shit! I don't know. I guess like maybe one of the hook swords.
Nice.
Be running around with a hook sword.
So she's holding it with two hands, running away.
In a crowd of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suni,
Put that
you
thing
can
back where
see
it came
she's
from.
doing it. She just grabs it too fast and boom, starts taking off with a sword in the middle of the street.
But it's a raccoon mask, and she's holding it like this. It's fine. I'm sure everybody gets the bit.
Ajax just.
What? Why?
Raccoons.
Is she at least running in the direction we need to go?
Yeah.
After sitting at the
Cecily.
beat of playing raccoons, he's gonna take off in a beat running after Cecily to get the sword back.
No, you shouldn't run with swords.
All
If
right.
you're
Well,
saying
let's
that
at
to
least follow
Cecily,
them.
she's just like snickering.
Yeah, he was saying that as you guys were running away. It's just like, no.
All right. So
Shenanigans before death.
Gotta do it while we can.
you eventually reconvene right outside of the Starlit Pagoda. As you arrive here, what is the plan from this moment on? It is probably, well, let's see. Let's do it by the hour here. It's about 9 a.m. by the time that you get here. The sun will set at 7 p.m., so you have about 10 hours. Not the sun will be fully set by 7 p.m.
We need to find a way to see his high advisor, his handmaidens, or something like that, and so that we can find people that Carasilla and Cecily can disguise as, and then everyone else needs to distract those people so that fake people can get in while we distract the others.
Well,
Can I be on team extract since I have really high stealth?
I mean,
please.
if we don't want to have to rely on Dimension Door, then yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
if we're relying on Dimension Door, then I feel like it can only be 2 people.
That's fair.
I think the original idea was just 2 people for that. But stealth could still very much come in handy on the other end too, not gonna lie.
So, I was going to suggest that I go on Team Distract. Someone needs to go with me who has good charisma, because I don't.
I think everyone who's not Cecily and Carasilla are on Team Distract.
All right, cool.
I don't think there's 3
Wait,
teams.
do you have good charisma? Who got charisma? Suni and
Suni.
you?
I mean,
Me.
Paladin would, yeah.
All right,
Only Suni. So we need
Oh.
Suni.
all right.
At the
So
for both
I guess
teams, oh, sorry.
I guess we're looking out for those people potentially, Joe, if we spot?
If we,
You were gonna say something?
well, if he's hanging out in some building because we're wanting to become some of his character, couldn't we dress up as employees of some building at least in general to get in, and then we can kind of scope it out that way, kind of like on Sing 2 when they put the janitor outfits on and.
Let's be janitors.
I've watched a lot of Sing 2. I'm sorry.
Hold
Joe.
on. I think of the okay. So if we're gonna pretend to be handmaidens, right? Concept. Since we'll need to obviously get shit on his person, this would require a little bit of rewinding. But what if we do a thing where it's just while we're at the markets or whatever, we find just really nice festival gear or whatever. We buy it, and then when we go in as handmaidens, we have this whole thing of just okay, well, this is a present from Empress Suen. And then he has to change. We could have a little fossick and then profit.
Agreed. Let's go. We are Suen's gift. His ladies.
So yeah, okay. I feel I feel this could work.
I just want to be clear. Gemma was talking about getting an actual gift. Felicity, what were you talking about again?
Cecily is 16 years old. Need I remind
I'm
you?
not invited to the party anymore, okay?
Whatever your plan
is not a child.
Well, I don't want to be in the room.
Nothing is happening!
I don't know what you think is happening. But I mentioned, there's screens and stuff. It's not going to be violating Cecily's privacy. That's not the idea at all here, please.
Yes. No, and that part's fine. I was more alluding to the we are the gift.
I am only responding to Felicity. Your plan is good. And that's fine. I don't, whatever, dude.
Sorry, I'll stop having fun now, okay? I'll just...
That's
shut up.
not the issue. The fun wasn't the issue.
What did you just put on your camera?
It's not working, whatever it is.
Just a hand, I think.
Okay. So if that doesn't work, plan B is Carousel will become a bard and we'll work it out.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea, by the way. We have to find something super expensive, though.
Yeah. I'm going to drop mad cash on this, though. But
okay. All right. So you get to the Starlight Pagoda and you decide to turn around to purchase an item.
As much would have thought about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
We scheme.
So on the way there, you do find an individual, Akira's Antiques, an individual selling very, very, very elegant, beautiful, very classic and traditional clothing. Oh, bye, John.
Uh-oh.
The overlay. It's just Evan. It's and me, I guess. I'm also there.
Wow, yeah, it's the corner of my bed. Awesome.
Oh shit! I thought it was Stone Cold Steve Austin joining the game. All right.
Sorry.
So, Carasilla, my question to you is: there's a variety of items you could purchase from Akira, but what's your max? Because there are things for 50 gold, 500 gold, 5,000 gold, and everywhere in between. So, what's the max you want to pay?
I mean, 5,000 is 500 plat. I can't afford that by my lonesome.
I got you. I got you. As long as we can get it back, and then resell it.
If it's
Yeah,
from
we
the
can resell
Empress,
it. We can
better be
resell it.
top
Okay,
tier.
so because I've got 370.
Keeping the tag on.
Aren't you gifting it to him?
Yeah, but then we're gonna lock him up. He ain't gonna need it.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys, I think that's not gonna be important. So
We'll
very
just do the
soon.
middle budget. We'll do the middle budget. It's fine. That's what we can
No,
afford.
that's
Well,
Okay, you can do 1,000 gold. That is a fair price for a piece of clothing for a very expensive piece of clothing.
But from Empress Suen, we should probably get the nicest one. What if he looks at his this?
I mean,
piece
how
of
much
crap?
cash do we have?
Here
the real
is 500
question.
platinum. Boom.
Fuck.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right, Ajax is broke again.
No, I still
No.
have 27 platinum left.
No, I could chip in 200, so then take back 200.
I mean, I can chip in too if need be.
I don't want Ajax to take the whole cost. That feels mean.
All right, so you buy the most expensive thing that Akira has to offer. It is this beautifully elegant attire that is like, I mean, just drop dead gorgeous with actual like gold thread that is used to sew everything together. These like beautiful forged gold buttons that are used to fasten everything. Like all of the detail work, the oh my goodness,
Filigree.
embroidery, yes, thank you. The embroidery, like the top half of the outfit is this like Shiroyan forest that has these deep greens and browns of the trees, but all of the trees, the bark's shadows, or not the bark shadows, but the light that is coming from the sun that is up on the upper shoulder, all of the light from the sun is done in gold embroidery. Like it is the gaudiest piece of clothing you have ever seen and cannot be comfortable.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad it's uncomfortable too, because I feel like that adds to it. And I also realized if this is going to be like a gift then from Empress Suen, then we probably don't need to worry about impersonating the handmaiden so much, because then we can't get caught out of just like, wait, you're not anything like my handmaidens.
Do we know Suen's symbol?
Would.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, and Renshi had the symbol. That's what he presented when you guys were in Namiura.
Let's go, Renshi.
Wait,
So
so
wait.
with the symbol, could we then use it for this mission? Like, is it directly attached to Renshi, or like a passport, you know?
No, it's just a symbol of power. I mean, it's like a passport in a way that it is a like thick leather-bound book with like a metal symbol inside, but it's not attached to an identity or a person. It is just a symbol of power. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, it's all coming together.
Nice. I did put a suggestion in our chat, but like, I think with how lavish this is, we could convince him that because of how intricate and how special it is, there's like a special way to don this attire, and we are.
Everything keeps moving to my plan, and everyone judged me for it.
So it's just like, obviously the maker, okay. Only comparison I have is a squire helping a knight out putting on the armor.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
that's the vibes.
this is servants helping this powerful man don this empress's gift.
I mean, that's what, granted this is more feminine, but, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, that's very common in traditional, like, especially celebratory wear. I can't remember the name of it.
And he has to try it on today? Because if it
He's
doesn't fit, we
wearing-
need to reshape it.
Well, it's for the festival.
Yeah, but he has to try it on today for the festival tomorrow, right?
No,
What if
today is
you-
the festival.
Today,
I thought-
Ajax.
or
No,
the-
it's
I thought-
tonight.
Okay.
One of you is the tailor, the creator of this outfit, and you need him to try it on so that he can make adjustments the day of.
Okay, so concept. So Carousel can be the more handmaidy person, so Cecily's not having to get a weirdo handy. And
Thank
then
you.
Cecily can be the designer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Duh.
What was that noise, Joe?
It was a
You don't
laugh. It was a.
You know, was it? I've never heard you make that noise in your life,
I
and I
don't see
heard
why
you
there's
laugh
any
a
comedy in
lot.
this situation either, you know?
It was just a
So what
little.
are the rest
It
of
was.
us
It
in
was
this
a little
scenario?
chuckle.
Cecily can impersonate a designer. She was Sherry and Lorario. Like, it can happen.
So yeah, so then game plan. So if it's still on his person when, like, you know, the clothes changing is happening, Carousel will be able to grab it. If it's not, then Cecily would be able to go through, like, you know, the removed garments. So it's like covering two bases as well.
Also,
Easy
we
done
can
plan.
we can be the posse, like everyone else, so that at least our presence is there. So if we notice something, we can be perceptive. So that, let's say the vial happens to be not on his person, but in his room somewhere. Maybe one of us sees it while you two are focused on the ruse. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
So like, who's the main designer again? Cecily.
Cecily.
I guess so.
And
Head designer.
and then the rest of us are kind of like the silent servants, just kind of.
Some of us can act as
Carasilla
bodyguards.
is the donor, the maiden, the hand,
Okay.
physical stuff.
I think Suni and Ajax should be the bodyguards because we're both dragonborn, so it would just look funny.
Yeah, so
we're
does
just
this
we
ring,
don't
like
talk.
have it as guard. That works. That works
Yeah.
really well.
I
What
am
do
a
I do?
kobold right now, technically, but the point still stands. I'm still be really goofy looking the best way.
I love this plan.
This is a great plan.
What's
This is
Renshi
so
doing?
goofy. Huh?
What's Renshi doing?
We're the posse. We're just
Okay,
there.
I'm part of the posse. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
You know how in
So you
every
could be-
2002 movie
Yeah, yeah.
there's a posse. We're that.
I mean, one of
Oh,
you
I
has to
was thinking,
present
like,
it.
Considering like Renshi's the only one that's actually like from Adarashi, I feel like that'd be useful just if there's any like Empress like Suen knowledge that we need for you to be there for that. I don't know what role that is, but like I don't know, but I feel like in tow with the designer or some shit. But yeah.
Ooh, you're any Adarashi info, specifically with Suen. Like if he's like, so what is Suen up to today or something like that, Renshi can pull something out of his ass and be like,
I hope you
"He's
know
been doing
my
wonderful."
charisma is very bad.
It doesn't matter. We just need you for your knowledge. Cecily, we can do the charisma.
All right.
Yeah.
Last thing, I'm sorry, Joe, this is taking a bit, but it might be beneficial for us to maybe even associate the creation of this, not even from, like maybe you are a tailoring guild from another part of Salamander Coast.
Salamander Coast might not be the best move just because of the tension.
And the
but
design
it-
is also already very Adarashan anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they would design it for Rashi. I mean, aren't the investors pretty big here?
Well, yeah, but if it's a gift from like the Empress, it makes sense that it'd be like their designs. Yeah.
I really hope we didn't see this in the booth.
He's like, what's going on?
Oh,
I think we have a
also-
pretty good plan.
Let's just do it.
We good?
I also have locate object prepared. I know that we.
Queen.
Yes, I forgot that I had that because I didn't change my spells overnight, and I had that from last time.
Locate the blood vial.
But does that mean? But isn't it an item that you've like seen before? Or,
It's an
like...
object that is familiar to you, is what it says. So
I mean, you were also being cursed by the Oni, so that feels familiarity there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm,
never been
and I'm
more
looking
confident.
for a vial of blood. I don't imagine there's a lot of those hanging around.
Probably
in the
not.
1,000
No,
feet.
unless you do it and then you get like 17 objects inside of the string.
Imagine.
We got dummy vials.
All right, let's do it.
I've never been more confident in a plan in my life.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Clip. The second hour. The second hour. So far, so good. We haven't initiated any other plan, but so far, so good.
Show.
I'm sorry, I didn't read the whole spell, and it says the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. So I would just have to think about a blood vial, I guess.
Assuming if it's even in a vial, just straight
Right.
up. We don't know what it
Or
is.
I guess like Oni blood. Is that, I guess?
Oh, but we know it's a
familiar
vial,
with
don't we?
Oni blood.
Well, do we know that it's a vial? Because it just really said that it's the combined blood,
Let's.
and it's kept that way. That's all we really heard is that it's blood of an Oni, blood of the person, kept together.
It's just a second level spell. I can just try it out, and if it doesn't work, that's okay. I don't mind eating that.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, I say we get there.
All right. Sounds good to me.
This goes bad. It goes real bad.
Nah, it's perfect.
Nah, dude.
Flawless.
Nah, this is gonna go great. I've never been more confident in a plan in my life.
Okay.
Kind of fish with lips.
So, all of you begin to make your way, as I understand it, into the Starlit Pagoda in an effort to find Father Shiroshi's estate within, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Alrighty.
it still fucked up inside?
That was only on one floor, and that is not the floor that you guys are going to. But as far as you can tell, it seems as though the bodies have been cleaned and the blood is no longer there. Alrighty. So, this is crazy. All of you file in, and the final step for all of you is to learn where Father Teroshi's estate is. Where is he staying in here? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people are staying in the Starlit Pagoda. So, how are you looking for it?
Is there a front desk?
Concierge.
There.
It's like if we come up
Yes,
and
I
we're
mean-
like, this is a package for Father Terosha from.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
your
I'll
favorite?
hop on this.
There are servants that are attending, but there is no concierge.
I'm
no front
gonna go
desk.
ahead and
Concierge
cast locate object. Or how big is this place?
Very large. It is
Very large.
Yeah.
How? So I'm just trying. This spell has concentration for 10 minutes. So does that mean the 1,000 feet moves with me as I do it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I might wait until we have a general direction of where to go to cast it. Then I don't want to waste it.
Okay. Alrighty.
So there's no front desk?
There is no front desk. There are servants that are
Servants, yeah.
attending, so you could go up to them and ask, but,
Yeah. Go up to one of them, just, Forgive me, but we are convoy from Empress Suen. We are looking for Father Teroshi. If you're able to point us in the direction of his estate.
You can see the two servants that you approach were in the middle of conversation, but you came up, you interrupted, and they both sort of looked to you and looked to each other. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me. This is just to see how they respond.
I get advantage from the clerk.
Yep. 31. Okay.
31.
Oh, Empress Suen, you say? Yes, of course.
And you see both of them bow very, very deeply to the group of you and say,
Please follow us. We'll take you up to Father Teroshi's estate.
and they raise their gaze averted from you and begin to walk towards the elevation platforms. Follow along?
Follow on.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Being a posse.
Cool. So
as soon as we're like a good way in that direction, and there is a spot where there's not a lot of people, Suni will go ahead and cast Locate Object, and he'll just pull out a little forked twig and just kind of be waving it around like he's a goofy little kobold, to cast a spell.
Okay. All right.
And I can tell if it's moving, if I can sense it.
Mm-hmm.
I would also note I have assumed my designer disguise. I am a very nimble-fingered, middle-aged furbolg whose name is Shaylin.
Okay. Alrighty. So the two servants that were guiding you, they lead you up to the very top floor of the Starlit Pagoda. You can see there is a large set of double doors spanning about 10 feet across. Deep red wood trimmed in gold. They gesture and say, Father Teroshi is in there. Enjoy your meeting with him. And they will nod and they will leave all of you at the doors.
Right.
Within 1,000 feet of this door, Suni, you do get a tick. It is up above you by about 15 feet and back by about... Do some quick math here. Back by about 150, 120 feet.
Okay, so as we're getting closer to it, if anyone's paying attention, you'll see the little forked twig in his hand will start to kind of like bend towards the direction until he like turns and it's pointing straight in the direction, and he'll just kind of like nod his head in the direction that the fork is pointing and give those coordinates. So you said 15 feet up, 150 feet back?
Yep.
All right. Shaylin will wait for somebody in her posse to open the door.
Or should we knock?
We could do that if that seems more appropriate.
Is that more custom?
Yeah.
I guess it would be. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Polite,
well,
at least.
Oh yeah, we should like present you. Yeah, let's present you.
Yeah. Drissel will, and with Wrenchy's codename person, we will flank the door and
Okay. Oh, hello, Knights of the Silver Moon. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. Alrighty. So, the two of you knock on the door. As you do, the door opens. And standing in front of it, you see one of the Onis, not hiding their appearance. You can see their form standing as tall as they are, about 15 feet tall. You can see the one that answers, deep, deep, deep green enameled plate armor. Large horns curling across the back of its head and deep green hair coming down in waves over its shoulders. It begins to speak.
You come to see Father Taroshi, do you? Speak your name and your business, and you may be permitted entry.
Well, Carosilla, I will leave the talking to you.
Okay. We are a convoy here from Empress Suen. We have brought a gift for Father Taroshi. One that the Empress would like for him to wear during the festival.
Go ahead and make another persuasion check.
I feel like Caesar humanoids are working, I think. Ooh, I mean, I doubt that becomes a 10 anyways, so I can avoid that, I believe. From something bardic, I know. Yeah, Silver Tongue, that's the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's actually a 25 if you look at it right.
Yeah. If you just sort of look at it at the right angle, 25.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You see the Oni kind of cocks his head a bit and says,
One moment, please.
and we'll shut the door. And we'll step away. You hear the footfalls as he walks away.
Did it seem like it was a cocking head of I don't trust you or a
Make an insight check.
vibe? Cool.
27. It was more of a, let me investigate further before I let these people into the room.
Is there anybody in this room that we're in?
You've not been welcomed in yet. You are at the door.
Oh, we're still outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then Ajax will just murmur to Suni since we're next to each other.
Is it still in the same place? What you felt?
It's not moved at all.
Not yet, but after a few moments, it does start moving, getting closer.
It's on his person.
That's what it would seem like.
meek.
Okay. Alrighty. Eventually, after about 5 minutes, the door opens. The green-skinned Oni opens it, but Father Taroshi stands there instead. And Suni, you can easily tell that the vial is on his person. In fact, you can see it, at least the area where the emanation is coming from, but on his belt, tucked in the belt itself, there is a dagger. And you can see the hilt of the dagger seems to have these this metal wrapping around what looks to be that glass vial where you can see that sloshing liquid within.
Only Suni noticed that though.
Only Suni did, yeah.
Because it's not like actually visible, right? Like you can't
Correct.
see it without the magic. Cool.
Yeah. Mhm. It's tucked on the inside of the jacket. As Father Taroshi opens the door, very prim and proper, he says, "A gift from Empress Suen, you say?"
Yes, one that was specially made for your person.
"Oh, a gift from the Empress." "I suppose she must be warming up to my advances then. Very good. Please, enter, enter. Do not mind my guards. They are on a tight leash, so to speak." "Please come in, come in." And with that, I'll go ahead and move all of you into Father Taroshi's estate.
Wow.
Oh, they're big.
Look at the
Jesus.
And they're all here.
That's fun.
Yeah, as you open it,
Oh my, that's crazy.
all four of them are on this bottom level.
I am ready to crawl our way back out of hell.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
look at this.
so Shaylin is going to go ahead and take a step forward now and speak for the first time. She will give a small bow to Father Taroshi and say, she's going to be one of these. You know the thing rich people do in old movies where they stand sort of like this? I'm doing it weird. I'm doing it weird to have my arms visible in my webcam. You know, this sort of thing?
Yeah, like the
Where
bougie
like,
pose
yeah,
thing.
whatever.
Yes.
She has one of those
Yes.
long
Yes.
cigarette holder things.
Yeah,
cigar
too.
thing.
exactly. A cigarillo.
No
But she'll
kidding.
be doing an Edna moment.
Yes.
And she'll say, after she bows, she'll say, "This is quite the honor for me too, Master Taroshi. It should be the event of my entire designing career to design an outfit for someone such as you. I'm flattered to have the opportunity." And she will just try to lean into flattering this man as much as possible.
Yeah, go ahead and make
based
a
on what
persuasion
little-
check for me real
Yeah,
quick.
based
With
on
advantage.
what little she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Advantage,
figured
yeah.
I'd play into his weakness there.
Yeah.
The advantage was nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you have
Oh.
advantage?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
No
it's coming.
inspiration? Oh, what? No bitches? Okay.
So no head.
So 13.
Are we feeling comfy with the 13? I have my Persephone's gift.
No.
I was saving that.
I will
for-
use a point of luck.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Might be
I mean,
worse.
I think because you're
It's
flattering
worse.
him, I feel like
Oh,
it's working
dude.
towards
Yeah.
him anyway. So I feel like
Alright.
you're fine.
All right. Whoever has inspiration.
13's a
do-
medium DC.
I have inspiration and
No, it's working to his weakness, guys. Let it happen. We can recover.
Yeah. Let's. You're right. You're
If
right.
not, we fight 4 Onis.
Yeah, easy.
No, we're
okay,
good.
fine. Okay, fine. Let's live in this.
Just sit back and relax, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have to accept the 8 because you took a point of luck?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
Oh,
That, yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah, do it.
I'm less confident.
I should I give him a thing?
Yes, you should. I didn't know you had to take
3,
the 8.
Okay.
2,
Persephone's.
Okay.
Persephone's thing. Persephone's thing.
Okay.
Fate's decree, not Persephone's thing. Sorry, Fate's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful.
Oh. See, just get that
Oh, you are too kind. I understand that it is quite the event, but please. I'll keep going if you insist.
Well, I'm certainly capable of talking for a long time, Father Taroshi, but we must make quick business of this. I need to make any alterations I must before you're meant to look your best.
Oh, you wish for me to try it on now?
I am able
Well, of
to
course.
assist you with placing it on. If your guards would wish to leave the room for privacy, I would understand.
Well, that is a very kind offer. No need for them to leave the room. If you wish, you could accompany me to my private room.
Of course.
Very well.
Very good. Okay. So Carasilla and Father Taroshi go up the stairs.
Shaylin will follow and stand 10 feet back just to observe how the outfit fits.
Okay, so Cecily, you go up as well. Cecily, as you get up to the door, Father Taroshi will say, "May I get dressed first before you view it? I would like to keep my modesty in this moment. You understand it. It's a very big day for me, and I don't know if, well, shredding that modesty this early in the morning is what I desire most, if you understand."
Well, modesty is something us people of dignity must maintain, but I must ask you one thing. My servant here needs to make sure that you wear the outfit properly. Things made so perfectly need to be applied perfectly, so as not to blemish them. Would you be alright with her helping you dress?
I think that could be arranged.
Very well,
Carasilla
then.
just kind of like nod.
Then she will help you do that, and I will observe afterward to see if there are any gaps between great and perfect.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Before they step out, if there could be I don't know, if Carasilla looks back at the group, Suni will just kind of like pat himself on the side if she makes eye contact with him, like where the dagger is hidden, but just kind of like two little pats on his side right in that area.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that Sunu is looking out for that, she would have like looked back and like taken that sign.
Yeah. You would have been able to do that before you went up the stairs, because right now it is Renshi, Bianca, Suni, and Ajax with the 4 Oni, and then Cecily and Carasilla with Father Taroshi upstairs.
One for each of us, baby.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right, so Father Taroshi will shut the door, and with that, Carasilla, he'll begin to disrobe, and you begin to help him get dressed.
Yeah, and she will like please Wussy. She will do the whole like pomp and circumstance of it where it's just like, you know, it isn't anything. It's very much just that professionalness. And just as she's like, you know, placing like the garments, she will kind of like trying to subtly feel if she can find where the vial / dagger, whatever it is, where like Suni was gesturing towards especially.
Yeah, Carasilla, you would be able to see the two of you are over here, and you can see that he does take the... So as he's undressing, he does strip down to his small clothes, not anything more than that, as he is currently privately betrothed to the Empress, so it'd look kind of bad if, you know, he was trying to do anything else. So you
it's
see...
okay, she's privately betrothed too to Alton.
So you can see as he takes off the overclothes, he does, out of the belt, he takes a dagger out, which is right where Suni was patting. You see him set it down at the table, and then he sort of gestures out for you to help him get dressed as well. You see the dagger on the table. He is preoccupied with you. While obviously Father Taroshi is not going to make any advances, but you are a pretty woman, so he is preoccupied with that in this current moment. You have some opportunity here to do something with the dagger if you want.
I mean, so she could be sure that the vial is the dagger. Like, they're one of the same thing.
From where Suni patted, and with your passive perception of 22, when he set it down, you could see a deep red liquid slosh within the hilt of the dagger.
Okay.
Beyond reasonable doubt.
Yeah, so just as, you know, she's obviously like both dressing and also taking the clothes that he had worn. I want her to very like deliberately but nonchalantly just cover the dagger with like one of the garments being taken off. And just continue with the dressing. But once she's done and, you know, gonna present it over to Cecily to, like, you know, do all the altercations, I want her to stay by that table and just kind of be able to, where she knows the dagger is, just flick it from under the cloth and, like, get it hidden, like, you know, in a pocket or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if she could technically access her coat, like her cloak's pocket things. I don't know how it works in seeming, actually.
Well, seeming is just an illusion,
right?
so yeah, you would be able to, yeah.
Yeah, so the goal is to just be able to, like, have it out of sight, out of mind for a little bit, and then just flick it away into one of her pockets.
Okay.
So yeah, so she will just get him presentable.
Okay.
And then call over Cessa. I can't remember what the name was. Something.
Shayla.
Edna.
Yeah.
Edna mode. Okay.
And
So,
then
yeah.
she'll, like, you know, out of his vision, just kind of like nod to Cecily that, like, she's got it. But yeah, just so there's no confusion there.
That's so good.
Alrighty. So with that, he currently has the robes on. Cecily, as you enter, you can see that Carousel did a great job making sure they fit well. It looks very nice on him. It fits him very well. As you re-enter, he says, "Well, I think that this is just beautiful. Wouldn't you agree?"
Oh, I do. You fit into it quite well.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, as I always say, and you just heard me say a few moments ago, there is a gap between great and perfect. So if you wouldn't mind me hovering around you for just a moment. And she'll walk closer and just sort of peek at, like, shoulder seams and waist cinches and pants pleats and whatever, and just be looking all over. Those are all the fashion terms I know. That's it. I'm tapped.
All right.
But
Cecily, I do want you to make a deception check, as Cecily is not, nor has she ever been, a tailor. So doing this in an effective way, I'll say with advantage, because you have a very effective ruse right now. 27. That's off to a good start.
That is great. That is great.
27.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep, I'll keep the 27. I'm not gonna fuck that up.
Cecily says enough jargon and strings them together in very, very, very effective and coherent sentences that Father Taroshi seems not to suspect. Buys into everything you say. Yes, I absolutely agree. I think it just looks fantastic. I think when working with an individual like me, the difference between good and great is, well, since I'm already great, it's quite negligible.
Well, on that we can agree. Well, then, perhaps we've concluded our business here, unless you see any need for further business. And she'll look to Carousel and kind of prompt her to end this or not.
Yeah, I mean, as the fitting's gone on, Carousel has just been, like, neatly folding his previous clothes and having it, like, all stacked there. And I had a thought. So the dagger, it was in, like, a little, like, sheath thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
like,
it was.
how like distinctive would the handle be? Can she like replace it with one of her like normal daggers so it seems like there's still something there, just like a cursory glance?
Cursory glance, yes, it's a rather common design for a handle, but upon closer inspection, it would be discovered.
It's
If
fine.
for
That's-
nothing else,
that's all
because of
we
the
need
weight.
right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she'll purposefully like, you know, swap out just like a regular dagger and like have it there so like you can
Mhm.
see that it's on the pile, it's with his stuff, but you know, would be able to tell that it's not his dagger, at least just by looking at it.
Okay.
So yeah, she'll have that all just like folded there, and then just give like a little like curtsy over to Cecily. I believe that our business is here done.
Well, very well done.
Yes, yes.
We'll go ahead and begin to take our leave once all is said and done here.
Oh, you mustn't leave so soon. Please at least share a drink with me. After presenting such a fine gift, I'd feel rude to see you depart so soon.
I greatly appreciate it, Father Taroshi, but I must warn you, alcohol before the festival would be starting much too soon for a voracious drinker like me.
I do not mean to intrude, but perhaps the better idea would be to begin the festivities earlier. And perhaps in a more festive place than this. Forgive me, although your quarters are rather exquisite. I'm sure that things out in the streets would be better.
Where are you from? Looking to you, Caracilla.
Oh, well, that is not of any importance to you.
Oh.
I do not mean to speak out of turn.
No, I could understand if you were from one of the smaller cities of Shiroi, or perhaps from Akai itself. You might think that being around the people of Shiroi is quite splendid, but no, they are vile monsters. I hope that things haven't been too rough on either of you, so to speak. I couldn't handle it if one of the Empress's servants befell any trouble under my watch. I must insist that until the festivities are done, you must at least stay here to avoid the rabble, as knowing the Empress's servants are here, it could cause not a great deal of trouble for all of you. The Empress is not as well loved as she should be here.
Believe me, I've noticed that, but we've fared just fine. We have our ways above getting about subtly. Everybody in the Empress's court does. Be okay, I promise you.
And I do not wish to insult you at all, Lord, but we were not intending to stay for the festival ourselves. This was meant to be but a brief visit.
Caracilla, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage because of Cecily's added words.
There's so many P words.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, okay.
Thank God.
Well, if you insist, I suppose I trust the servants of the Empress to be able to carry themselves accordingly. I will say, though, it is tragic to not be able to spend more time with fine, civilized folk, such as yourselves.
Well, with the way your career has been going, Father Taroshi, I'm sure we will see each other again.
You see him think for a moment.
Well, one more thing before you go. If you'll indulge me.
Of course.
You see, there is so much greatness to be had in this world. And so little time to achieve it. I'm sure that both of you have had great plans of great dealings, even if someone like you, talking to you, Carasilla, came from a small place of no import. I believe I see something special in the two of you. I'd like to make you an offer. There is a patron, loyal to me and I loyal to her. You see, what I have gained here in Clan Shiroi would be in a great deal due to her actions and advice. Should the two of you desire, I would be more than happy to make an introduction, if it's something that would interest you.
Well, of course, naturally, any of our arrangements would first need to go through the Empress herself. You honor us with this offer, of course, but I'm afraid it is not one that we can easily accept.
I too was bashful many years ago. Scared of admitting what I truly wanted, but I promise you, this is a safe place. You can be honest, both of you can.
And Cecily will give a nod of confidence to Carasilla and say, "All right, Toroshi, allow me to be honest with you. I am a careful type. I do not want to make bonds or decisions like this lightly, not at all. That's how I got where I am. It is for that reason that I am hesitant. It is not for lack of interest. I would say to you what I've said to every other patron I've worked with. Patron of any kind, you understand. Let me come to you. If I do, my decision is made. But for now, it is only polite that we take this moment to step away. Let me consider what I must, let you consider what you must. And perhaps we will meet again very soon.
Father Toroshi looks to you and nods, and then looks to you, Carasilla, and says, "And what of you? You allow them to speak for you. Don't you wish to make decisions of your own? Or are you fine with falling into line and doing what's commanded of you? Wouldn't you prefer freedom?"
Well, I have no ill will towards the Empress, of course. I'm quite grateful for my position, to be able to serve such a benevolent woman.
Very well, you are both excused. I thought I saw something in you, but I suppose I was wrong.
It's a shame you feel that way. I was quite intrigued, but everything in due time, Father Toroshi. Perfection takes time.
As I said, you are excused.
Get the hell out of there.
Received. And she
Now,
will start to walk
As the two of you are leaving the room, quite some time has passed on the first floor.
Oh, no, back to us?
No.
Don't get to party with Odie.
Don't, Joe. Please stop.
Meek.
Bianca's standing like, what are those like guards that don't move in Europe? I don't even remember. You know what I'm talking
The
about.
Royal Guard. near
Yeah,
the
with
Queen's
the
Court.
hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
She's just still.
Okay.
Ain't no hanging out.
Say nothing.
A wall.
I don't know if this changes anything for anyone else, but I think Renshi would be assuming a traditional Atarashi, like royal servant type of pose.
Yeah, I think Bianca and
Like
Renshi are
bowing.
kind of mirroring each other, and Suni and Ajax are mirroring each other. Like they're more like the guards, while we're like the servant. So I'll mirror you.
You can see the green Oni sort of looks to the four of you. Their eyes narrow. You would know this one from Suna's conversations as Ryujin. A gift from Empress Suin is no small thing, is it?
Oh man, I'm debating whether we should even speak.
Look, all I'm gonna say, if anyone's talking, it better be Suni, because you got the charisma rolls.
Suni's in disguise though as
Yeah, they don't have to know me as Tugs, though. I'm just a little kobold.
Yeah, kobolds can talk.
They're not gonna be like, ain't that Tugs? I don't know, maybe they will.
Yeah, I know you. You're Tugs, the kobold.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I'm gonna stay silent and keep assuming the servant position.
Same.
Ajax will also not talk.
Suni will look the Oni in the eye and straighten up his back and say, well, of course, but Mistress Shaylin is the master of all fine.
Of all four of you, it is the puppy dog that talks. Very
The
funny.
puppy dog, eh?
Look at you, so small, so tiny. I could crush you under my boot, couldn't I?
Your body may be big, but my spirit is just as large.
You can see he looks to the others. He's the only one laughing in this moment. You can see he looks up to the red Oni, Tetsuya, who says,
You think you have a large spirit? Do you know what Onis do?
I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know if that's just me, but that's that.
No, I couldn't hear you.
No, the effect's a little bit too thick.
With the 2 C's.
What about that?
3 C's.
That's good.
That's good.
Say so.
Do you know what Onis do to large spirits?
I've heard a few tales here and there, but a big spirited person wouldn't shy down. I think you should know that by now.
Oh, they do not shy down. Oh, they never do. In fact, that bravery makes it taste all the more delicious.
I have been called delicious many times in my life, but usually by creatures that like to eat my kind. I've never seen you, but I've heard the tales of the Oni, and believe you me if I wasn't confident in my compatriots and our patrons and the Empress, I would not be here. I may be delicious, but I am not for you.
You can see the gold Oni standing directly in front of you, Suni. Akuma, the one that your party has encountered before, say,
Oh, very well. Maybe not consumed, but a brave little kobold. Bought and sold for how much do you think? I've a few friends in the Hells. A new pet, maybe?
And who's to say that my soul isn't already owned?
Oh, not your soul. Your soul, I'm sure, is worthless to them, but as a pet to keep in a cage, to poke with hot prods and torch with fire now and again, I think would be quite entertaining.
You called me a puppy dog, but I promise you that nobody wants a pet that is smarter than they.
With quite a feisty tongue, too.
And teeth to match.
I hear the ones with the biggest bite are the ones that sell for the most. Most devils wish their food to fight back a bit before they eventually, well, finish the job.
Sounds like just another adventure to me. But I suppose you all should know that you've lived enough suffering for many lifetimes, I'm sure. And he's gonna flick a gold coin into the gold Oni.
you can see as he goes to grab it, the coin just melts in his hand and absorbs into his skin.
Wouldn't you like to be free of that curse?
You view it as a curse, I view it as a gift.
There often isn't much of a distinction between those two things.
You have a peculiar smell. Very peculiar. You are.
Junie will sniff back at him. And you have a terrible one.
I grow very tired of your words, Kobold. I would be very careful which ones you say next. Because for some reason, I can't help but notice there is this smell in the air. One of an old companion. Kurayami. You all smell it, don't you? His blood, his spirit is in this room. Not just with that vial. I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I smell it. On this little kobold. Why do you reek of Kurayami? Why is that?
Maybe a little kobold is capable of more than you think, and maybe you only are capable of even less.
You can see Akuma draw his weapon.
We are here for Empress Suen. We will wait for our companions to come back. There is no need for this.
You
I think Bianca
I
will
give
stand.
a shit about Empress Suen and whatever she wants. No, I don't. And as I see it now, my master isn't in the room. No person commands me now. A little kobold capable of so much? No. No, you are no kobold. Isn't that right? Isn't
Now
that
you've
right?
just gone silly. Daft, even.
I'd like you to make a deception check, Suni. Bianca, you were going to say something?
I think she was just going to, because I kind of wanted to back up Suni almost, and she would stand up almost like with a raised eyebrow to the Oni and say, I'm sure that Empress Suen will be telling Taroshi about this interaction. As she almost like she's the one, she's trying to be like the one that's supposed to report to Suen, kind of like eyeing them like she will tattle on them.
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Hate that. I got no modifiers for that bitch. I got a 2.
Okay. So the head snaps to you, Bianca.
As I said, you may tell whoever you wish. I do not care for what Empress Suen may do. And for you, little one, I know what you did. But it is very strange to me that you were the one who did it.
Big surprises come in small packages.
And how you hide the curse. You see, I am an excellent tracker. Koriyama was sent with the 2 dark creatures to find and kill several individuals, leaving a tower out east. He didn't return. None of them did. I was sent to track them. I stole 2 of them and they escaped. You weren't one of the 2 I stole. I know that. I know their faces. But that doesn't change the fact. You smell like him.
It's a warning from Empress Suen. I know you don't care what she says, or what she thinks, or what I'll report. But maybe she wanted you to notice something. So please, let us be while we wait.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, please.
Sweating. Can I use my DM inspiration?
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
Please work, please work, please work. That works.
19.
19.
Oh, yeah.
You can see Akuma still has his weapon drawn. He looks to you, and it looks as though he's about to speak again. But before he can, another speaks, an Oni that has been particularly quiet so far.
Akuma, it is not worth it. If what they say is true, then he died an idiot, and it's not worth avenging him. If they lie, then so be it. I'm sure Father Taroshi will be quite interested to hear what they speak when he returns.
With that, descending down the stairs, having finished up their conversation, Carasilla and Cecily. However, your exit is currently blocked as you begin to make your way down the stairs as Akuma is standing in front of them.
Well, was Taroshi not coming down with us?
No, he was not.
Yeah, he kicked us out of his room.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to.
I mean, I was hoping he wouldn't, just because, you know, the longer he can go without realizing that his dagger's gone, the better, but that's okay.
Time to go.
Yeah, I'm glad those with the charisma are here.
Yeah. I think
Bring us
Bianca will
rizzed all over them.
Will adjust position.
May I observe Akuma's body language as Shaylin is coming down and getting just the first second impression of this whole situation?
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have heard anything, right?
No, you wouldn't have heard anything. I mean, maybe that last bit that Noroi spoke, the orange Oni. But as you make your way down, Akuma is like hunched over, gripping his weapon tight, standing directly in front of the stairwell.
Well, okay. So Shaylin will speak as she comes down. And what exactly is the meaning of this, then?
You can see before Akuma can speak, Noroi speaks instead.
It is nothing. Tensions raised a bit as our friend Akuma can sense a dead Oni on one of your companions, the kobold. Apparently a warning sent by your Empress? Or perhaps something else.
Confused and befuddled. I don't want to be a part of this.
Well, yeah, you'll see Shaylin make a bit of a face for a couple seconds, but then Cecily she'll do like a Sherlock time slowdown thing as she thinks about what to do. And then Shaylin will just say, well, such a warning wouldn't surprise me. She's kept her power this long for a reason. Now, we've made arrangements with Father Taroshi to leave now. Akuma, is it? I'd appreciate if you stepped aside.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, it had to happen eventually.
Okay.
It's alright, I still got it.
Oh, this song sucks.
I will not be commanded by you. I will not.
Oh. You intend to keep me on this stairway for as long as the day goes on? Is that it?
I believe we may have caused some offense here, and that was certainly not our intention in delivering this gift. If you would, please, allow us to leave. We wish nothing but good fortune upon all company here present.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage, Carasilla.
Is that just... Oh, I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, they're giant, not humanoid, so it's just a straight roll.
Yeah. Persuasion.
29. Okay. can see Akuma once again ready to speak first, but Noroi speaks instead.
Akuma, move. They are done here. We will allow them to depart.
See, Akuma steps to the side, allowing the two of you to pass.
Yeah, Carousel will give like a quick little bow and like rush out, just the sense of just like, obviously this is uncomfortable and tense, not in anything more than that.
Okay. Alrighty. So with
Open
that,
the door for the royal treatment.
you open the door, you exit, shut the door behind you,
Run.
and you leave Father Teroshi's estate, headed back to the starlit pagoda. Carasilla, the dagger is still in your possession as you successfully heisted the dagger away. In terms of how soon Father Teroshi will notice that his prized, very important possession is gone, that is something that we're going to have to find out next week, because that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. So, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you again, Knights of the Silvermoon, for the raid. That was very kind of you. I mean, there's so many people here. That's very awesome for such a tense moment, too. And it's only going to get more crazy next week. While there are so many people here, please make sure you tune in on Saturday at 9 or 10 Central Standard Time, because that is when we are going to start our 2024 24-hour charity stream for a kid again. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Furby, for the 1,000 bits. RNG, right, did come through. Charity stream. We're going to be raising, hopefully, goal of $5,000 for a charity called A Kid Again. They're like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, except they help a lot of families in the Midwest do like vacations and amusement park trips. They're a wonderful charity. We have a video about it on the channel. You should definitely go check out. If we hit $5,000, I will be shaving my head bald, and I will be donning the makeup of Kratos from God of War Ragnarok, which is the game that I will be playing in one sitting. There's going to be more giveaways.
Donate.
We're going to be giving away
It's so funny.
little crochet mind flayer. We're going to be giving away, you can't see it, but there's a painting right there. You can have one of your player character. In D&D, we're also giving away sets of dice after the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe, the Dropnir Spear. We're giving away a whole bunch of stuff. Also, a copy of 2018 God of War on Steam or PlayStation, or a copy of God of War Ragnarok. Yeah.
These kinds of paintings.
Boom, like that. Oh wait, let me move. There we go. Bigger. Okay. So please tune in. Please donate if you're financially able to do that. It's for a wonderful cause. So there's that on Saturday. We also have Tales of Everett on Wednesday and the Isles of Iverion on Friday, and then the charity stream Saturday and Sunday. So thanks so much for watching. Love to have so many people here, and we will see you next time.